I should be live. Should be and is are two different things. Hello, chat. Hello, internet. How are we all doing? Mate, this is a strange one. I don't think I've streamed this early in a long time. Big shout out right at the start of the video to Dis and Rogue for gifting memberships. Even though we never counted it down there, listen, you've been scammed. Okay? You've been scammed. We're 6 members in. We're 6 members deep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't seen already, there's a bunch of videos that have been released by content creators. Your boy Valrak was not a part of that list. There's reasons, right? There's a lot of reasons why your boy Valrak is not a part of it. One being that Games Workshop hate me. I can't put any plainer than this, okay? I am the Horus to their heresy. So no early preview by Valrak. How dare they? How dare they? Don't they know who I am? Don't they know what I command in the presence of Warhammer 40,000? Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I am hearing the reveal show that we're going to get from Gamescom is going to have a bunch of new information that the content creators haven't put out on their stuff. So it's not all going to be the same. Afternoon, big job here. What's the drama? Mate, there's so much drama. Mate, we actually can get into some drama today. Valrak with my oatmeal. Mate, that's the best type of day, right? Valrak, I have 30 Centurions to sell if you want to buy them. Mate, ask Dawn Lives. I know he's a meta chaser. Member tracker isn't working. Can you just try, Tim, to see if it's working or not? Don't remember, please stay towards the end of the stream. Anyone who's gifted a membership is down to be entered into the Total War 40k giveaway. So Rogue, Dis, all you guys, right? You are down for the fun. Just make sure you don't leave at the end, all right? Big news coming later this year, says Scumbag. Mate, for you, Scumbag, mate, I'm excited. I'm very, 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 very excited. I'm gonna say this right now on the stream. There is something massive, right, that is going to be revealed. What's with the music? Oh, mate, have I got my music on? Sorry, hang on.
All protocol engaged.
I did not put my music on. Hang on, let me turn it off. Sorry, mate. I can't hear it, you see. Sorry, I can't hear it when I'm streaming. You can hear it. I never have music on. Ads are on. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me turn ads off then. That is something I don't want on the video. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. No, mate, ads are not on. Monetization is manual. Only I can put ads on the video at this point. Unless YouTube override, man. They start putting ads on and I can't do anything about that. It wasn't loud, just weird. What do you mean by weird? Get your shit together. Listen, I've got no ads on it. Tim, mate, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. And Cairo, mate, thanks for the gifted memberships. I've put you down. I've put you both down now for the Total War 40k giveaway at the end of the stream. Please stay towards the end of the stream, gentlemen. Please. Well, look, it's the GW Employee of the Month. If I was GW Employee of the Month, wouldn't I already have a Total War 40k video out now? Because I would have been one of their golden boys, right? One of the linked up content creators. Do you see how much I've sacrificed for you guys? Blood, sweat, and tears. Do you see how much I've given to you guys? The subscribers, the members of the channel. So much I've given myself to you chaps that Games Workshop has tarnished my name. They have cast me down into the shadows. And I did it all for you. I'm the guy that brought you fire, and then the Greek gods,
revealing femmarines,
you know, tortured every day. Right? Think of me like that. I forgot what that guy's name is. Prometheus. That's it. I am Prometheus to the 40k community. I bring you light in the darkest times, and I'm punished for it. Cast down. Make him quit. Woe is me, Rack. Your monthly cycle doesn't count as blood. Get out. August update is out. What, for Space Marine 2? Mate, we may have to jump into that. Bro's trying to act like he's paid by GW, pretending he doesn't have access to 12th edition already. Mate, to be fair, I am going to do a 12th edition video next week. Just for the sheer banter. Because I do have theories.
Last wall protocol engaged.
Oh, for 40k?
Our strength
Oh,
grows.
yeah, mate. I'm not arsed about the rules. Right, they'll change next week. You're not Prometheus. You're more like Loki. Wait, hang on now. Can you make me a member? Big Jack is back. Warhammer Heresy, thanks for gifting a membership. Right, I'll say this to you, okay?
Martyrdom is a tabletop game, not your identity.
It is, mate. I am the martyr. I'm the 40k martyr at this point. The first person to give Big Jack is back a membership.
The heretics.
We always do it on the channel. He can't gift himself one. He can't scam her.
Valrak is basically Perturabo no appreciation.
They get a kill team of their choice. Valrak is basically Perturabo. Wait, hang on. Am I Perturabo? Oh, no.
Last wall protocol engaged.
Oh, no.
Our strength
It
grows.
all makes sense. I am Perturabo. Is this what Perturabo felt like? Unappreciated? Cast down? Left in the dirt?
Last wall
Laughed
protocol
at? Mocked
engaged.
at?
Our strength grows.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yes, why like Perturabo? Yo, I heard a rumor that Ravenwing are going to get reduction on wounds. Wait, I haven't heard that.
Engaged.
Can I just say, Johnny Boy, Miko, Broske, and Bob, thanks for the gifted membership. Everyone who's become a green name, everyone who's gifting. Again, lads, please stay towards the end of the video, because once we do get these big reveals out of the way, we will be doing a Total War 40k giveaway. Right? Skip to the 40k. I can't at the moment, mate. I tell you what I can do. Right? We can bitch and moan about Space Marines going to Legends again. We can always do that for an hour and a half. They've took our Marines. Well, technically, they haven't took them. You can still play them with your normal friends. You just can't play them in tournament plays. Can I ask? Please put your hand up if you majority play 40k in a tournament setting. Like, how many people right here play 40k as a tournament game? Like, you just go to tournaments. You don't really play it between friends. Baka does. Bob, mate, you don't play tournaments, Bob. I'd rather hear about your car accident or falling off the roof. Well, I nearly died when I fell off the roof, and I've had a lot of car accidents. I go to the odd tournament every now and then at my local game shop. I majority play a combination of 6th, 7th, and Horus Heresy 1.0. Eddie, can I ask how you do that with, like, new models? Like the Lion and stuff? Do you just, like, make up your own rules? What's a tournament? That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see.
What is being revealed, the big thing you mentioned?
Mate, I can't go into details of that because I've been told in confidence potentially what's coming this stream. But could be something spicer. It could be something that a lot of people have been asking for a while. Let's see if it turns out true. I don't want to get people's hopes up too much, and then you all start blaming me by the end of the stream. Okay? Because that's what you all normally do. You always shoot the messenger. I ask you not to shoot the messenger. I'm just a mere working class lad. Right? From the north, worked all my life down the pits, all right? Come up to give you some good news. Turns out that it's not good news, and I get blamed for it. Every single time. It's Fem Marines, isn't it?
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
Did you see the IGN video?
It's no. Marines ISNTIT.
Mate, I will never, ever watch an IGN video. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. I don't want to start any drama or anything like that. But IGN is one of the worst corporate entities there is. They're nothing but trash articles written by trash people. So I don't want to feed that fire. I don't even want to acknowledge its existence. So I will... Yeah. And some people have said that they use AI to write their articles, which, again, that's a big accusation. I don't know that, but I don't even read their articles to even come to an agreement like that because I don't do it. I know it's new gameplay and stuff like that, Gemmers, but I refuse to watch it. I'm sorry, mate. I'm a man of principle. We're going to get new gameplay today. We're going to get a bunch of new gameplay today. It's going to be a big day. Right? A big day. I'm looking forward to it. From what I've seen so far of Total War 40k, I think it's shaping up to be a great looking game. I'm excited to see where they go. Again, what we're seeing so far is the next version of the build of the game. So it's, like the version we've seen before with the Imperial Guard and Orcs. This is the updated version now, and it's mostly focusing on Space Marines versus Orcs. I have heard a slight little rumor about Total War 40k that potentially they are looking to get Chaos out right at the start of the launch. And in terms of when this game is going to be launching, again, another little rumor I've heard is around spring, summertime of next year, 2027. And one of the reasons for that is because it potentially links up then to the Total War 40k anniversary. Sorry, the 40k anniversary.
What do you think the motivation was behind moving so much to Legends? Pedro Cantor? This is a genuine question, and not a jab at your tendency to spew lies and deceit to your followers.
Honestly, mate, I think they want people to buy more Primaris Marines. Well, right, there's a couple of things, and I think they're all working in coalition with each other. One is I don't think they've got the space for these models anymore in the factory to keep making them, and in the warehouse to store them. Okay?
It's okay, Pookies. We can finally write our own lore for the Imperial Fists that GW refuses to write. Thank goodness for custom chapters in TW40K.
Mate, is it lagging? Napalm says it's lagging. Hopefully it's not lagging. It's not me that's lagging. That's YouTube. So yeah, mate, I think storage and production is a big issue. Secondly, I don't think they want people to play with these old models that they already have in their collections. They want people to go out and buy new shit. They want them to go out and buy the new Intercessor Squad now. They want them to go out and buy the new Eradicators. They don't want you to be playing with your old models. This is why I'm scared now going forward in the future of how long models are going to last now on the breadline. Because look at the Hammerfall Bunker. That lasted 6 years. 6 years that model lasted. That should be a big concern for a lot of people. Now, the third thing, I think as well, is they're going to redo these models down the line and resell them to you again. So I absolutely do think again, I'm going to go for a wild prediction. Within the next 6 years, we will get new Primaris Tactical Marines. We'll get a new Primaris Vindicator.
When Total Warhammer Fantasy 1 came out, only 4 factions came out with the base game. But I'm pretty sure Chaos came out too as a DLC on day one.
From what I've heard, they don't want to go down that DLC day one thing again because they got a lot of shit thrown at them with all the DLC stuff. So I'm not sure they're going to do that DLC day one thing again. I'm what is a GK player, mate. I think you should be. Because their range potentially could be absolutely have their head on the block and cut away. It's a big thing, this Space Marine change. It really is a big thing. RX, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. I massively appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Again, if you've gifted a membership, if you're a green name, please stay towards the end of the stream. I'm giving away Total War 40k with all the stuff that we're about to see. So, yeah.
Good heavy intercessors are ugly poses.
I will say the heavy intercessors do have a very, very static look. Most Gravis does, really, to be fair with you. I think they're limited by what they can do because of how bulky it is and how thick it is. I think they backed themselves into their own corner.
The Hammerfall barely got play even in friendly games, though.
Yeah, it did.
On another note, is the ATV here to stay? I remember you saying something about it leaving.
So, Dom, there was 2 things on that list that never left that I heard that was leaving. One was the ATV and one was the Fire Strike turret.
Our strength
So
grows.
they got to stay, which, again, I'm glad for. I'm happy for. I don't want things to go to Legends and people to lose out on models, even though I may dislike that model physically because I think the Mario Kart looks terrible. Some people love it. And the last thing I want is for them to lose something they love. Find happiness where you can. That's what I say. Crusader Von Vader, mate. Again, guys, I couldn't do this without you. This is right. This is why, right? Not to get emotional. Not to get people feeling heartstrings of Valrak, get your violins out. This is why I don't care if I don't get access to Total War 40k before anyone. Because I don't need that for my channel to survive. Because I've got something 10 times better. I've got your support. And no one could ever take that away from me. Games Workshop, no one. I've got you in my corner, and that's all I need. So thank you, lads. I appreciate you. Just got here. Why is he crying? I've got nothing left. It seems like SM could go through the CSM for play choices. Yes, from the footage I've seen, potentially, yeah, but I don't think they'll go chaos. I just think they'll be disliked like the Marines Malevolent.
Protocol engaged.
I think it'll be like that. I don't think they're going to go chaos. At limited time, thank you. I love you. Because you have Dawn of War 4 instead. Mate, Dawn of War 4's coming. But again, Dawn of War 4, I've got the same situation with Dawn of War 4. I'm not allowed anywhere near that. I am the fox in the hen house, according to GW. I'm going to kill all the hens, and the hens are all licensed products, apparently. Please don't unsubscribe, you slags. Stop unsubscribing! I need you. Don't sob story now, mate. I was just hitting my vinegar strokes. Dalion, thank you. Dean, thank you. Matthew, thank you for the coffee. And Sneaky Squigs, mate, thanks for becoming a member. Again, lads, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Good work, Bud, on the info. Rare, Dawn, crying. Can I just say something
Our strength
about this list of things going different? There's certain things in there that I know are going to get new models. Now, believe me if you want to believe me. Don't believe you don't want to believe me. It's no skin off my nose. But what I will say, the same rumours that were whispering me that all this shit was going to go to Legends are the same rumours telling me about a new Rhino, a new Land Raider, new Pedro Cantor, and other chapter
masters.
Wait a minute,
this guy doesn't have access to TW40K. Scammed again. Love you, bro.
Got nothing, mate. do you know what? It's lucky that I've got a lot of friends in the industry who are telling me that all this stuff was going to drop tomorrow. And I'm not talking about Game Riot, because I've said to Game Riot, don't give me, don't even mention my name or anything, Game Riot, in case you get in trouble. To be fair, Game Riot did say, and
requisitions arrive.
I'm not spoiling anything here or anything like that.
I've got
right?
you in my pocket, corner.
I hate you, Todd, so much. So Game Riot went to Gamescom. He went into the press room for Total War 40k, and when he was leaving with all the footage that he recorded there, they said to him, by the way, don't share this with Valrak. So they know that Game Riot is my friend. And I would never, ever put Game Riot in a position where I would say, Game Riot, can I have that footage so I can make a video? I would never, ever do that. I find it hilarious that that is a thing. But, I would never ask that at Game Riot. If anything, I can just react to Game Riot's video. It's going to be a guy talking about dogs for most of it. But, yeah. Did you watch the IGN hands-on preview? I have not, no.
Did you watch the IGN hands-on preview?
I don't want to watch IGN content because I don't like IGN as a media outlet. I think they're all cunts, to put it plainly. So, yeah. If all the options to make a Razorback get folded into the Rhino, then I'm okay with the Razorback being removed. So, mate, that's not what's going to happen. So, right now, the Rhino on the GW website is on last chance to buy. And the reason because of that is because in the Rhino kit or the Razorback kit, it's the same kit. You literally get the Rhino sprue and the Razorback upgrade sprue in that. So what Games Workshop are doing, they're taking the Rhino offline and they're going to be reboxing it all and taking out that upgrade bit for the Razorback. So if you want it, go and buy it now. Tell us what you really think. Listen, mate, mate, you know me. I'm very outspoken. I'm very, very outspoken. Instead of being mad, I find the peace. Yep, Valrak is correct here. It's sad they're reboxing them to remove the upgrade kit. Mate, that's and then it's just going to be a normal Rhino then. And again, when people keep asking me about when the Rhino's coming, the new Rhino, from what I've heard, mate, it's not going to be anytime soon. Anytime soon, lads. It's probably going to happen. And again, this is just me guessing at this point. This is not a rumor or anything. I'm probably going to say to the later half of 11th edition. I wouldn't be surprised if it launches in 12th edition with the Land Raider. In the 11th edition, sorry, in the 12th edition launch box set. I would not be surprised at all. The guy who played it for IGN said it was the first range-focused Total War. No. This guy never played fucking... Mate, this is... I honestly think the people that are at IGN are all bots. Like, they're literally like AI bots with just voiceovers. Because no one can be that stupid. Good thing that 12th edition comes out soon. Mate, again, Napoleon was one of my favourite Total War games. That was literally one of my favourite Total War games.
The heretics will burn.
Loved it. Yeah, Total War Empire Napoleon, loved them.
Happy to
yeah,
share
Shogun
with you.
had it as well.
There is a baby hole on the way. EST. OCT, another Libra sword brethren added to the fray. Gonna need your entertainment for sleepless nights ahead. Mate, can we get some congratulations for Horatio in chat? He's having a baby. Okay? Remember, if it's a boy, Valrak. If it's a girl, Valerie. Every time, it should always be about me. All the time. Congrats, dude, mate. Massive congrats. I hope your missus is doing well and stuff like that. I mostly play Medieval 2 and Rome. What about Hornblower? I never really got into Hornblower, you know. Sharp was my shit, but Hornblower I never got into. If it's a girl, Valkyrie, that could be kind of cool, yes. Male equals scam, female equals scammed. True. Congrats, yeah, mate, massive congrats. Can't wait for the Total War 40k. Big fan of their games and huge fan of 40k. Mate, me too, mate. We're not too far away from it now. To be fair, we are. Hopefully, we should be getting some big stuff soon. Yeah, an hour to go. We've got an hour to go. Why is the Vindicator gone when there's no Primaris equivalent tank? Because, Indigo, as I've stated, in a few years, they're going to resell it you as a Primaris vehicle. This is all about roundabouts, okay? It's literally going round in a circle again and again and again. They take it away from you, okay? And then they redo it and sell it at you at a greater cost. With probably less options.
Less wall
and less rule of cool.
Engaged.
That's what normally happens.
Grows.
It's all about money with GW. Games Workshop is now a fully money-orientated company. Now, that might sound wild because all businesses should be about money, which is true, right? Business has to focus on money or they die. But what I'm trying to get across, I think that community element that they had is now all dried up. I think that's gone now. That community backing that we used to see back in the day, like events they used to put on, like Warhammer, games days and stuff like that, that's gone. That is absolutely gone. Horatio, dude, mate, again, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you want that, just go over the road to Warlord Games. I'm not trying to blow Warlord Games' pipe here, but they just make you feel welcome. They make you feel like your opinion matters. If you say something and like, oh, maybe this could improve the game, they'll actually listen to you and take it on because they want to make the best product possible for you, the gamer. So I've got massive respect for companies like Warlord. And there's other companies out there as well that do that type of stuff. Finally going to have an opponent at home for Bolt Action and Warhammer. Nice, dude. Man does like to blow another man's pipe. Well, your dad should know. I loved going to Games Day and the Limited Mini, mate. I love going to Games Day because you got to see some cool things there and meet a lot of cool people. When they resell it, it will be cheaper, right? Oh, my sweet summer child. That's not going to happen. If it's a boy, give 10 membership. If it's a girl, give 10 memberships. Valrak. To be fair, he should be gifting 10 memberships because that child won't be here without me. Right? Maybe I got his missus in the mood one night because she heard my, northern grizzly voice and was like, Horatio.
When Valrak blows pipes, he feels welcomed.
Right? I could be a big part of this. I could be a massive part of this.
Last wall protocol engaged.
When Valrak blows pipes, he feels welcomed at home. God damn it. Clanky, mate, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I massively. Again, I appreciate you all. Everyone who's super chatted, every green name, please stay towards the end. Val, any update on Martyrdom?
Hey Valrak, when you get the chance, watch Zirakovic's latest video. He does a whole video on playing a campaign in Total War 40k in the demo.
The thing is, right, I won't stream that. I'll probably do that when I'm offline because I don't want to really put anyone else's video on my channel unless I get their permission, because I think that's a kind of a shitty thing to do. Like, they've put effort into doing that content, and then I'm just going to film myself in the corner going, without their permission, engaged. Unless they want me to do it.
Strength grows.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll do that offline. My missus calls you the big white KSI. Don't know what it says about your voice on women. Wait, whoa. Listen, my forehead is not KSI level. The fuck is your missus on? Birch, mate, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate them. In the mood, Valrak has dried up more poon than the beach. Mate, that is a lie. That is a lie. A big lie. Oh, that's what I meant. Not right now. All right, Az. Yeah, mate, I get you. Yeah, mate. I'll be honest with you. I've watched some videos already this morning because I knew the NDA was dropping at 10 a.m. this morning. That's when all the videos went out. Again, I have friends in the industry that were telling me about this type of stuff, which I massively appreciate, and I know who my friends are. I know who my friends are, and I know who I can trust, because these guys are absolutely incredible people. And even though I'm not there, technically, I'm in the room in the shadows. Right? I'm like a Raven guard, but, I don't suck. I'm there watching, and they don't even know. Which is funny. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Big Ron, mate. I appreciate you. As an American, have to Google KSI. Val has personality unlike KSI. Thanks, Vivek. A very large Raven card. You dickhead, David. Blacklist would like the names of these friends.
Last wall protocol engaged.
I'll never tell.
Our strength grows.
Listen, I'll never tell. I'll go to prison before I give these names up. Valrak has a forehead like a thumb.
Valrak has a forehead like I have a thumb.
What's with all the abuse? Didn't you just hear me at the start of this video on how much I've sacrificed for you guys? Again, I am like Prometheus. I stole the light from the gods to give you warmth.
What makes me mad about the loss of the old models is all character is gone, in my opinion, especially the poses.
And because of that, I suffer daily. I sacrifice my flesh for you guys. And all you can do is meme me and take the piss. It's all for nothing. It was all for nothing. I love you, Valrak, as a fellow Iron Warrior. You love it. Mate, to be fair, right? To be fair, I actually really do think it's hilarious because, if anything, it's proven the point that the rumors may be true. Even though I always say rumors are lies, they've literally blacklisted me because I talk about rumors. So that means that they must hate the rumors that I'm saying. Because if it was all lies, they'd be like, oh, mate, this guy's just talking nonsense. Who the hell cares what he's talking about? But there must be some truth to these rumors. Or they wouldn't have, like, got their knickers in a twist. I don't remember if I was asking you to throw yourself off the roof. Listen, that was April. She pushed me. She wanted the insurance payout.
To be fair, you just have one of those faces.
Mate, my face is amazing. Duck rack. By their actions, they admit their guilt. There we go, mate. That's what they've done. Batlius, a.k.a. lost his access to the executive lounge at GW. They're what in a twist? They're knickers in a twist. You know, knickers that you wear.
Martyr Rock has entered the chat.
Martyr Rock has entered the channel. Yeah, mate, there we go. And if anything, I think it gives me... Well, I say this. A lot of people don't believe this. I think it gives me, like, listen, I don't work for GW. I hear the rumors from people online, and then I talk about them. I don't get them off GW, even though a lot of people think I'm a part of GW marketing and all this is a psyop. And secretly, they're the ones giving me the rumors to get hyped about their products and to engage which stuff that people would like to see. Again, some people are batshit insane, right? Some people are batshit insane. I can't really talk about that because that is a wild take. I'm so sorry. Don't look at Gen Chat. What have you done to me in Gen Chat now? What have you done to me in Gen Chat? I hate you so much. Don't ever compare me to KSI. Can you wait to start? I have to take a poop. Mate, don't worry. We've got another hour. Midday Valrak stream. Who is this guy? I know Mortis, mate. What's going on? What is going on? There's a reason he called his game martyrdom.
Last wall protocol.
This whole thing's about me.
Our strength grows.
This whole thing is about me. Okay? It's all about me. Are we walking later? It is Wednesday, and I am going to be doing another late night stream, and it is going to be a Wednesday walking stream, yes.
Good of you to break down your role like that.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. And Natasha, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. And Mr. Philosopher, mate, thanks for becoming a member. Again, if you've gifted a membership, if you've got a green name in chat, please stay towards the end of the stream because we're going to do a Total War 40k giveaway at the end. Have you looked at the new game, Gundam Tabletop? I'll be honest with you, mate. Gundam, I don't know. It's just not really my thing. Maybe I have to read the lore a little bit. Or I think they have like, don't they have like animations you can watch and stuff like that? Maybe I just need to get connected to the IP and the lore a little bit. I think it's kind of cool. Like they have like these mechs and stuff. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it's not something that I'm overly invested in at this moment in time. No, mate, I call it Gunham because every time I say Gunham, it makes me think of ham, which makes me hungry, which makes me want to go make a sandwich. Love you, Valrak. Love you too, Mordor. Holy fuck, did YouTube raise their prices on gifting memberships? They did, mate, yes. They did as. To be fair, I've kept mine all the same. But where you are in the world, it will go up comparing where you are. I didn't raise mine. Yo, your streams are YouTube featured. Congrats. Are they? Wait, I'm YouTube featured? Wait, what's going on? I'm featured on YouTube? Are you sure? This is strange. Okay, then. I guess we're featured. Well. It went almost double for, mate. Double, mate. Where are you gifting from, Az? The timing must be good for that. Maybe, right? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Did anyone notice any changes to the Space Wolves New Balance? Thanks. I haven't checked it out yet, mate. But don't forget, the Space Wolf, the Dark Angel, the Blood Angel stuff is going to get the big shake-up in October. Same with the Grey Knights as well, sorry. I'm not sure about the Death Watch. The Death Watch has kind of been left outside. I'm hoping the Death Watch don't get touched because they've got nothing anyway. And I'm not sure what more stuff you can take away from the Death Watch. YouTube featured so all the companies can make sure you get on their blacklist. There we go. At least YouTube doesn't blacklist me. Space Wolf Terminators at toughness 7 is hilarious. Is that going to be a... What? Is that a thing right now? That's not happened yet, though, has it? Indigo. Isn't that like a buff that people are saying that you can add on to the Space Wolves that make them toughness 7? What up, everyone? Well, greens, I mean. Still $4.99 for one here. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know where fucking Az is. Canada, it used to be $30 for 5 memberships, and now it's $50. Oh, yeah, I think Canada went up with a price bump. Yeah, sorry, Canada.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
It's just the way it is, mate. I'm sorry.
I hope with the SM changes they buff my Custodes.
I am sure Custodes are going to get a wound increase and also a toughness increase. And also a strength increase on their weapons as well. This is what I mean with a cascading effect. Now that Space Marines have toughness 5, well, Tacticus is toughness 5, their strength is toughness 5/6, depending on what weapon profile. What does that now mean for Death Guard? With the Plague Marines? What does it mean for Custodes? What does it mean for Gravis? Right? Is Gravis going to go toughness 7 now? What you can do instead of gifting memberships now is just use super chats. There we go. Scam you again. The boss of IGN is supporter of the Iron Warriors, just saying. Definitely. 100 and... No. IGN's CEO plays word bearers. That's how much of a cunt they are. I'm actually happy that my other datasheet section won't be bloated. Are you? I'm not. Mate, I'm sad that I'm losing a lot of things. Some intern at Total paid to have Val's channel featured instead of Total War channel. There we go. Phobos being 8 inches is insane. They're as fast as elves. Well, the thing with Phobos now, mate, and something that 11th edition massively focuses on is movement. So Phobos now kind of are meta with the movement that they can do. Like, the board control you can get with Phobos, guys, is kind of insane. It's all about moving on to objectives, taking objectives and stuff. It's wild. It is very, very wild. Erebus is an employee of the month at IGN. Mate, they love Erebus at IGN. Valrak, mate, I'm not whining. Mate, I'm not whining about Phobos. I think it, you know, it may actually make them
I wish
decent.
my Ultramarine brother a good time watching.
There's no Ultramarines here, mate. There's a lot of grey names here. There's a hell of a lot of grey names here. Is this an AOS channel? Can I ask an AOS question about the AOS fandom trying to hang me alive? I asked this on Twitter, and the AOS community came for me.
My Iron Warriors better be T8 4 watts with damage 3 weapons.
No. No. We don't want that, y'all. Right? We don't want that. I asked the AOS community, and again, this was just a pure speculation. Like, it's still rumor at the moment. If this battle world goes forward, is that going to affect you as an AOS player? Like, I want the general feeling about this rumor in the AOS community, because I don't focus on the AOS community, because I don't play AOS, I play 40k. But I was thinking about buying some of those giants. But I didn't want to if, like, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, no, I'm going to bounce if that happens, kind of thing. Yeah, AK Battle World. Mate, I asked that on Twitter, and some AOS people were like, oh, you're only asking this for engagement. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you think I care about Twitter engagement? I'm asking a general question. Fucking average fucking AOS players, all right, cunt. AOS squatting models and lines like crazy should be warning sign for 40k. Fantasy is better than AOS, to be honest. Mate, I do prefer square bases. I do prefer
requisitions arrive.
Block line play. I prefer that.
What is your opinion on the price increases?
Shit.
As a Yank, the prices are criminal.
Shit.
Love the streams, mate.
Crusader, mate. Mate, this video is going to be demonetized so fast. Absolutely shite.
I love my Mega Gargants.
Mate, again, I like the Giants. When it comes to the price rises in 40k, I think it's absolutely criminal. I think it's diabolical at this moment in time. Because you're paying less. Sorry, you're paying more for less.
As a Seraphon player, I am looking forward to the change if it happens. Not a massive fan the different realms lore.
Is it going to... I think it's going to be a massive change in lore, though. Right? Because there's no more Stargate. There's no more Stargate. Again, people keep asking me about the price stuff, and I keep saying it every single time. Games Workshop are putting less product in the box and charging you more for it. And I hate that, because what I am, at the end of the day, is a hobbyist. So I want as much bits, much fluff, right? Whatever you want to call it, in the box as possible. I want multiple head options. I want as many guys as you possibly can get in a box. I want all the little cool bits that make them look cool. I want wings on Sanguinary Guard, right? None of that.
Mega Gargants might be one of the most overpriced.
None of that, mate. Street saying the balance update they did today is the worst balance patch ever in the history of the game. Is it? Mate, if there's one thing I don't focus on in Warhammer 40,000 that much, is the rules. The rules, I personally think, are the worst aspect of Warhammer 40,000. They're terrible. The gameplay is below average experience of fun. You only have fun when you're playing against friends. That's what I say.
Feels like GW has destroyed Warhammer in Australia.
Mate, I'll be honest with you. Most people I know in Australia and New Zealand don't buy GW products. They buy recasts. Everyone who I've spoken to in Australia, because I asked them, mate, how's this affecting you? They're like, it don't affect me, mate. I buy all my stuff recast. What are you talking about, Valrak? What do you mean, what am I talking about? We're talking about everything at the moment. We're talking about Total War 40k stuff that's about to go live soon. We're talking about all the Space Marine stuff. We're talking about everything. The rules change too much. I just think the balance is all over the place. Again, I like playing Warhammer, but I like playing Warhammer because of the people I play it with. For me, Warhammer is a social experience. I don't go to win. I go to have fun and relax.
Requisitions arrive.
So I have a different viewpoint on it than probably someone else.
Not just GW. Look at Mars Bar. Less product for pound.
It's the thing these days. Less for more. I found a bypass. Get screwed. Apple/YouTube. Well, oh mate, you should never ever gift a membership or buy a membership on an adult product because they will add an extra fee to it, and I don't get that. They get it, Apple. So you're literally lining Apple's pockets. Never ever ever do anything on an Apple product on YouTube. With respect to the 40k fans, it's crap. If I'm going to spend 2 hours playing the game, it better be good. Bill, I'm with you. Bill, I'm absolutely with you. And again, lads, right? I'm not trying to push you towards other game products. At the end of the day, you're old enough, you're experienced enough, you can make your own fucking decisions. I'm not trying to influence you. I hate that word. The most fun I've been getting recently playing tabletop games is Bolt Action, Conflict 47. And of course, Martyrdom. Right? And Martyrdom. But, you know, I can be a little bit biased with Martyrdom because that's my own game. But there's so much more out there. I wish there was a Crusade game we could play. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. He wants you to buy Martyrdom. You actually should check out Martyrdom. !Marty in chat. StarCraft is fun to play, but it's a bit pricey. I haven't played StarCraft yet. Here's my one big problem with StarCraft. Right? My one big problem with StarCraft. I don't know the lore. And for me to enjoy a game, I like a connection to the story. I feel like I'm playing for something. And I've never played a StarCraft game. Never. I know some people call me a heretic for that. I never played them back in the day. So, like, when I play Bolt Action, of course, Bolt Action is literally World War II. I'm a big historical buff. Conflict 47 is kind of like an evolution of World War II, but sci-fi. And it has some cool in there, like, you know, zombies and Dresden and all that kind of stuff. Play StarCraft campaigns, it's free. Long ago, Space King, King of Space. Well, Space King are putting out a board game, but it's not a tabletop game. Theirs is a board game. So it's going to be like Monopoly, but with Space King. 40k stole the lore from StarCraft. I did hear that. No, from what I've heard, right? From what I've heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I can definitely see it. 40k came first, and then Dune came along, stole a bunch of stuff from 40k, and then other games like StarCraft then stole their lore from Dune. So technically, 40k was like the foundation of all these other sci-fi products. Technically. So that's how it works. Just got my StarCraft box. Impressive. How's the models looking? I've heard that the plastic from Archon is pretty fucking good. I'm just waiting to see in chat if it bites. I don't get those who play the game just for wins. I also play for fun. Try to make the thematic narrative list, but they play against people. Play meta totally nuking me. Natalie, mate, I'm with you. Mate. Do you know what I love to do when I play 40k games? I love to do, like, themes. Like, Marines versus Orcs, and it's Black Templars, and it's like, you know, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like, I would hate to play Black Templars versus Black Templars, because it's like, oh, no, brother. Like, I kind of want to do a story when I play, if that makes sense. Not stolen, inspired by. Dune came before 40k. No, mate, that never happened.
Not stolen, inspired by.
No, mate, you're wrong there. Mate, check the wiki, right? Warhammer 40k was based off the 1940s history, right? It was a tongue-in-cheek jab at all the drama around the 1940s, and Dune was made in like the 60s, 70s. So Dune couldn't come before 40k. You're wrong there, mate. Always play games for fun. Can't do competitive. I mean, I play tournament stuff, play to win 40k along with playing with my friends, but the big difference is I don't get butt hurt if I lose. Mate, that's good, mate. Some people sadly do, though. This is the thing. Do you know what my biggest problem with tournament play is? And I've said this so many times, I'm going to bore people. I'm going to absolutely bore people. Tournament play affects you and me. The non-competitive gamer, the non-tournament player, the average Joe, the working man's man. All right? We work 60 plus hours a week. Well, for me, I work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I don't really take a day off. Right? Anything can happen. News leaks can break any time of day. So technically, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I work. I work maximum hours. Right? We're there. We just want to have fun. Okay?
Shame the Crusades. Ripped
we just want to have fun.
We
just want to enjoy our game. But what happens is, Mr. Tournament Player takes this fucking list to a tournament that has 3 of this unit in, that absolutely savages his opponent and other opponents. Everyone's like, oh my god, that's really good. I'm going to do that on my list. They all start doing it. It becomes the meta. GW then fixes this by nerfing that unit / raising the points. And the meta player says, all right, I had my fun. On to the next unit that's broken. And then we, the average working man, are left with this unit that we only had one of, by the way, that we weren't breaking, that we weren't taking out and abusing. We're left with them with this broken nerf unit. That's my problem. That's my problem. It affects us. GW fixes Centurion meta by nuking it into the void. Don't think much of Total War intro cinematic, just some badly rendered scammer waffling. What, me? Me? That unit equals Val's execution attack for your information. Listen, I could have ran with 3 execution attacks back in the day at 8th edition, and I didn't, because I wasn't that guy.
Honestly, skill issue.
I hate you so much, Safe. 40k came out 40,000 years ago, therefore every sci-fi is based on it. True. I didn't know how many working blokes who own a Bentley. Listen, I do not own a Bentley. All right? I do not own a Bentley. Leave me alone. Valrak can run. I thought he could walk only. Well, I can't get a lot of motion because I don't know if you guys know this. I fell off my roof and nearly died. So all my feet are like all bolted together. I'm very stiff these days. I'm very, very stiff. No, he owns 2 Bentleys. I swear to God. What have I missed? You're all crying over the loss of your Hammerfall bunkers. Mate, the Hammerfall bunker is the biggest tragedy since the disappearance of Dawn.
Valrak without his triple rep axe on a building too.
They have absolutely... Right. People say, oh yeah, Valrak, but it was never used. It was kind of crap. That's their fault! All they had to do is give it deep strike.
Val, do you know of any good historical games that take place roughly around the 11th century? IB that would sell well.
Yes, mate.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
Matthew, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Valrak and Posh Spice, both working class.
I get that joke, Tim. Fuck you. Show us all the casters on your working hands.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
Look at my working hands. Right.
Show us all the calluses on your working hands, Val.
Look at these working hands. Look at them. Right? Sauce of a baby's bottom. Do you know why my hands are soft? I learnt this from high school. I learnt it from a book. I put my hands in gloves of Vaseline when I work. If you've read the book, you've read the book. Right? That way, when I'm home with the missus, she gets a light touch. Okay? Not a rough touch.
My LGS was cool until it was poisoned my comp players. Then every game was sweaty and I was vilified when I brought up how people left because of it.
Mate, do you know what? Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Bleach my brain, says Al. Of Mice and Men. Mate, great book.
Requisitions arrive.
Got great book. Mate, I got detention for laughing at the end of that film.
On the bright side, you can break all your bunkers now and make them very interesting looking terrain.
Mate, I'm going to bring them still. I'm going to bring my bunkers now out of sheer defiance.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
Sheer defiance.
I run a 6,000-acre cattle farm. Want to trade places for a day?
Mate, do you know what, right? I would love to do that.
Requisitions arrive.
To be a cowboy for the day. Cowboy rap. Mate, should I put my cowboy hat on?
We don't need to know what you learned to do with your hands in high school use log.
Mate, if we get 50 members, Cowboy Rack comes out. If you want to see Cowboy Rack, Prairie Rack, right? You know what to do. Legend units banned from Valfest, by the way. Legend units are not banned from Valfest. Legend units are welcomed at Valfest. Manicured nails. Listen, mate, I bite my nails.
Requisitions
Don't
arrive.
give me this, Paul.
The heretics.
What happened to the bowl cut rack? Mate, it's coming. Don't you worry.
Manicured nails. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Do you know the rules of cowboy hats? What's the rule of cowboy hats? How does a giveaway work? If you're a green name, if you've gifted a membership, stay towards the end of the stream and...
Last wall
do what we normally
engaged.
Do. I'll tell you what, right? I'll do something special. If we get to 100 members, I'll do a marble race. We'll bring back the marbles for people. We'll bring it back. Don't shame Valrak for hiding in his fortress. He's an Imperial Fist. Don will be proud. He would be proud. Look at Bob. Bob hates it. Oh, now it's serious. Now it's serious. The giveaway will be decided by marbles, not by the spin.
Requisitions arrive.
Well.
Heretics will burn.
Well.
I just got out of a 48-hour shift at the ball crushing factory. Oof. Everyone here is a cupcake.
Well, Omni, mate, welcome. Right? Relax, mate. Sit down. The reveals are starting in half an hour. right?
Requisitions arrive.
Half an hour, mate.
Heretics will burn.
We've got big new reveals.
Legends units are mandatory at Valfest.
Mate, I'm actually going to make a rule where you have to bring one Legends unit. Or you're not, or mate, you're not invited. Reveals, Marius Gage. Yes, we've got reveals coming. I'm heading off. If I win, just reroll. Thanks, scumbag. I will do. Paul, American Hobo, thanks for the gifted membership. That's extra engaged. Marble balls for you.
Strength grows.
You've got more marble balls now, American Hobo and Paul. You've got them all. Don't trust the balls. They're a scam. You can get out of here.
Last wall protocol engaged.
Fucking.
Our strength grows.
Fucking DN stuff. Fucking DN stuff. Dirk, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. I appreciate you as well. I can bring Ulfak, who has some fancy synergy with the Codex. Mate, do it. Bring him, Gung. That's what you should be doing. Gung, are you definitely coming?
I just got fired from my job at the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off.
Fucking hell. A lot of gameplay already. I know there's a lot of gameplay out. The content creators already have it. Again,
wall protocol
people
engaged.
have been asking me.
Our strength grows.
People have been asking me. Where is the Valrak?
Requisitions arrive. The heretics
invite.
will burn.
Lot of gameplay already released, Valrak.
Hang on. The devs are over on their live stream now. So I am memeing them in their own chat.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
Can I play my Warlord Titan at Valfest?
No, mate, because it's going to be a max of 2,000 points. And that is more than that. Link, mate, just search. Yeah. I want everyone to go over to this link and ask them, where's Valrak's Let's Play? Everyone needs to go over there and say, hey, Valrak, where's your Let's Play? Valrak, why didn't he invite you? Go and meme them, guys. Go and meme them. Justice for Valrak.
What do you call a cat with 8 legs? Octopus.
God fucking damn it. Octopuser. Grudge Rack, mate, do you know what, right? I actually have no nasty things towards Creative Assembly. It's not their fault.
Hashtag Scamrack.
It's not their fault. They have to toe the line with Games Workshop, and Games Workshop is like, this guy and that guy are not allowed. If you have that, then your license is cancelled. And I don't think Creative Assembly are going to give up on a multi-million pound product because they don't want to hurt my feelings. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Too late. I sent a message on their stream. Tell us about the blacklist, Grandad. I'm sick and tired, Grandad. Well, it's too damn bad. All right, you got to hear the blacklist story again. I am on GW's blacklist because I'm me. I'm Valrak. I'm loud and obnoxious. I talk rumors. And when something leaks from their factory that they've leaked themselves, by the way, it's not me leaking it. It's already online. I cover it on my YouTube channel. How dare I talk about something that everyone else is talking about? You're a scoundrel. You guys over on this. Stop it. Right, stop it now. Stop it. You're going to put me on another blacklist. You're going to put me on another blacklist with CA. Mate, CA are nice people. They're great people. Hey, on the blacklist story, have we done the roof yet? No, mate, the roof's a separate story. I nearly died with that. That's not a fun story to talk about. Wait, I'm confused. What are we watching? New tabletop models or Warhammer Total War 40k stuff? Maybe both. Maybe we're going to see some new models that will appear on the tabletop 40k. That's happened before. Right? Martyrdom blacklist when? Well, to be fair, I do not have an NDA with... I don't have an NDA with Martyrdom. Well. Here we go. I hear there's a bunch of rules changes. Is that true? Yes, mate. Siddle, there's a bunch of rule changes today. All gone. All gone. Finito. I am the end of the day. Gotta go work, see you on the field. See you in a bit, Iron, mate. Have a safe day, dude. Really, mate. Have a safe day. Enjoy yourself. Well, as much as you can at work. Wouldn't think it, oh, fuck. Val, you not think of them removing the bunker as playing price for what they wanted to see terrain piece now? Thoughts? No, mate. I think they removed the bunker because it wasn't selling. The reason why it wasn't selling is the simple fact that they gave it dog shit rules. GW is a money-orientated company. It's all about the money, mate. If the Hammerfall bunker was selling like hotcakes, do you really think they would have put it to Legends? It's all about money. That's what it's all about. It's all about money. That's the start, and that is the end. They've at least given it deep strike before the Legends did.
The heretics.
Valrak is a paid martyrdom shield. What? Always. Always have been.
Valrak is a paid martyrdom shield. What?
The game doesn't really lend itself to static units. Well, mate, what it could do, mate, is deep strike it in. Boom, bring it down in the middle. The problem is that I had to put it in my deployment zone. Boring. Boring. Boring, boring, boring. Boring. Paid? What does that mean? Look at that. I've got nothing left. Allow only one per army and let it drop in anywhere as per terrain. There we go. Boom, deep strike. Take the deep strike detachment, deep strike free, bunkers, chaos. Actually, mate, apparently you can't do that because it has a certain keyword that doesn't let you do that, apparently. That's what I was told, because I actually discussed that. Can you do that? And people said, no, you are technically not allowed to do that with the Hammerfall bunker, which is even more wild. Well, drop pods exist, so by that logic, should they get rid of them too? True. They're static terrain now, right? Well, I played that wrong then. Look at Cyber! Cyber, you have to become a membership or gift a membership now for cheating your opponent. If you don't, Cyber, you'll forever be known as a cheater. And woe be upon you, sir. Hearing any word bearer, rumors fella. Yellow, I have a big prediction. That 12th edition, again, this is a prediction, not a rumor, before everyone starts fucking putting me on Reddit and stuff, okay? I think 12th edition is going to launch with word bearers as the enemy of the Space Marines in the box set. Cyber, mate, he actually did it, mate. Cyber, what a legend. Right? You made a mistake and now you've redeemed yourself for it. How do I keep getting scammed? You've done this yourself. You will get a job in GW like Valrak. Mate, do you think GW would ever employ me? Do you think it'd be hilarious if GW approached me and said, Valrak, let's call it quits. Why don't you be our social media guy? Why don't you host all the live streams, bring that amazing personality, those laughs, that great smile, that hairline of a lion to our live streams? Because at the moment, it's boring. It's crap. It's so flat. We need you. I would probably accept if they allowed me to be me. I would say, listen, you can't filter me. Right? You can't filter me. I want to say what I want, when I want, to who I want. If I want to call Space Wolf players furry fucks, then I will do.
The most fun thing about today's update is the price increase on the Centurion Devastator squad. Cool
Don't
face
fall for the
emoji.
If the show doesn't start soon, I'm going to watch the next episode of Reacher. Man, I haven't watched Reacher in years. Is it good?
The heretics
I haven't watched it since season 1.
Don't fall for this psyop.
It's not a psyop. It's not a psyop. He's setting up for the big reveal. Because if you hosted your live streams, there wouldn't be any technical difficulties. Mate, it wouldn't be. It'd just be me in my room. Right? It'd just be me in my room. Chuckle, mate, thanks for coming back as a member. I appreciate you as well.
Because if you host the GW live and streams, there wouldn't be any technical difficulties.
Everything would run smooth. It'd be smooth sailing. It's still going to end up on Reddit anyway. True. To be fair, doesn't Warlord do that with you? I haven't done a reveal show for Warlord yet. I think it'd be hilarious if Warlord did a reveal show. I would love to do a Warlord reveal show. Like, be there in front of everyone. And, like, doing it. Mate, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that.
To be fair, why doesn't Warlord do that with you?
They just don't have that set up for now. I think they should do that, though. I think they should do a big reveal show.
Requisitions arrive.
Do you know what? I may suggest that to them. That they get something set up.
When HR finds out about your thought on the Irish.
I've been advised by legal counsel, aka Woodham, not to give my thoughts on the Irish.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
But let me just say this about the Irish,
Any
okay,
model
right?
rumors about the orc hair rivals?
Let me just share one thing about the Irish. I was ambushed.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will
by the Irish.
Bring that absolutely glorious hair gel.
Listen, I don't have hair gel. Mate, right? Do you know what they could do? Black as Bok. Mate, I fucking love that guy.
Oh God, he's hallucinating again.
God save Ireland. Say it louder. I think they should do a live. Warlord should do a live stream stuff, and they should let me and Mordian host it. Get me and Mordian in. I think that would be great. Right? What time is it? Total War stuff happening, mate? It's going to be happening in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, mate. What is its brain soundtrack right now? If I could. If I could keep time in a bottle. Manx are the worst. We are, to be fair. Mate, Tim would have to have a booster seat, yes. Morden would have to like one of those car seats to sit next to me. Hello, what's leaking? Everything's leaking. To be fair, if three of us can run a live stream, GW will have no excuses. Mate, I think we can run it easily. I do it on my own. I do it on my own, so it's not that hard. Listen, I've got a stream deck here, and I just jump from scene to scene. Right? Like, I can do it easily. It's easy. Rhinestone, grow up. Rhinestone says it's the mum joke. You owe me a gifted membership now, or wouldn't banjo. You have to be able to pronounce the names of their models. Listen, I'll do my best. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. I'm surprised you can jump at all. This fucking guy. This guy. Valrak can't run a stream. Crap, gonna take my daughter to the opticians. Will this be a VOD? Mate, yes. I will upload it to my channel as a video if you want to do a watch along with me later on. I'm joking. I used to live in Manchester. They are great people. No, mate, listen. Manchester is full of shit fucking scumbags. But there's a few gems there. Listen, I'm born and raised Manchester, and it's a shithole. Your sound design will be better than GW can do. I think my microphone sounds good, right? I think it sounds very, very nice.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
Will HH units ever just be in a 40k codex?
No. They will be on the app, because technically the Contemptor, the Leviathan, the Stormbird, and all the other Legend stuff now are going to be added to the app. So you will have that type of stuff. You count Stockport as Manchester. Greater Manchester, yeah. I count as Greater Manchester. There's Inner Manchester. See, I'm Inner Manchester. Not to dox myself, but I'm from the Blakely area. Okay? So if you know where Blakely is, where Heaton Park is and stuff like that, I'm around that area.
Requisitions
so I'm proper Inner Manchester.
Thanks, now I have turned back time stuck in my head.
There we go. Are you watching the official stream? There are videos out already. I know there's videos, but they've stated that there's more stuff going to be shown off than the official videos. They've stated that. So yes, we have official videos out of paid content creators, not like your boy here who remains anonymous, right?
Requisitions arrive.
You can't pay Valrak.
Will burn.
He doesn't take it.
Will you
But we're
ever
gonna watch
get a
it from
mullet
them.
twig for Andy Chambers? Should you ever have the chance to meet him?
Will you ever get a mullet wig for Andy Chambers? Wait, what? Salford is Greater Manchester, yes. But Salford's for United fans and they all suck dick. Sorry, I hate United. When is the new Total War show? Literally, mate, in 10 minutes. Can't be paid if you already work for GW, I swear to God. Mate, I'm a City fan. Mate, I'm from Manchester. Of course I support City. I'm not from London. I don't support United. I'm not Irish, right? I don't support United. Moss Side? Mate, I originally was from Moss Side. My family was from Moss Side. Literally, my family used to live at the end of the street of Main Road. You could see Main Road from the house. And then the family moved where we are now. But do you watch Ted Lasso? No, mate. You're from Manchester, you haven't mentioned it. This guy. This Cordite guy. Sitter. From what I've heard of Moss Side, it was rough. Mate, it's very, very rough, Moss Side.
Requisitions arrive.
Very, very rough.
The heretics will burn.
Axe or hammer for my BA sat prodier?
For BA, I'd say axe. BA or axe. Worse now or then? It's a hard one, mate, because back in the day, Moss Side, there was a lot of gang warfare and stuff like that. There's a great book called Gunchester. It's not called Gunchester. I think it's called Gangs of Manchester, but it was nicknamed Gunchester because of all the stuff in Moss Side. I would like to say it's better now. Let's see. I don't know. I haven't been there in years. I haven't been there in years and years and years. Will each of the damned kill team be Imperial Fist agents or Space Marines or both? No idea. Right? No idea, mate. I predict that Death Watch are going to get their codex back in years to come. In years to come. Did you see the massive flash flood in Nepal? Mate, yeah, I saw that. That was fucking scary. Mate, rest in peace to some of those people, mate. That is... Oh, mate, it's kind of fucking sickening and scary at the same time. Like, I watched the video and I'm like, I'm not watching any more of that. Because it's just so fucking scary. It's so fucking scary. Yeah, my chat just crashed. Can everyone just retype in chat? There we go. Yeah, it's fucking terrifying, mate. It was awful. There we go. Can someone double check and give the membership and see if that's still working? It crashed. Mate, we are 15 minutes away now from the reveals. We are 15 minutes away from the reveals. Hey, chat to Master Valrak. Greetings from Austria for the Lion. Welcome, Austria. Dak has just been to Austria. Apparently, you guys have a lot of nice churches. I need to go over and see it. I would like to see it. Mate, is it a weird thing that I like looking at churches? Do you know what I mean? Like, I like going inside and looking at the architecture. I think they have some of the best architecture in buildings.
Last wall
And
protocol engaged.
I don't know why, it just
Our
feels
strength grows.
magnificent to behold. Like, the craftsmanship that people can build. I'm a boomer. Am I a boomer? Mate, I'll tell you this. When I went to Malta, holy emperor. Some of the best historical things I've ever witnessed. If you haven't been to Malta, Valletta, go to it, mate. You will be taken back by some of the things that you'll see there. It is absolutely beautiful. Did you see your Sword Brethren points went down today? What's that? Toughness 5, lesser point Sword Brethren?
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
It's all coming up, Valrak.
Austria is well known for its artist.
Fuck it. God damn it. Where's the Total War stuff, mate? We are literally like 5 to 10 minutes away. New Mel Gibson movie about the Siege of Mol. I think it's a TV series, Drexel. I don't think it's been confirmed yet. He wants to do it, but it's not been confirmed. It's not been confirmed yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully very, 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 very soon. Yeah, they're getting nerfed. Mate, I run my Sword Brethren with Helbrecht, 10 of them. And it is incredible. It is incredible. Right?
Spending holidays looking at churches, historical tabletop war games, polo shirts and New Balance trainers. Are we the old men now?
Mate, do you know what? Do you know what it is, right? We've matured into greatness. Into greatness. I'm not sure about the New Balance. I still wear my classic Reeboks. I'm still a Reebok man myself, right? Reebok Classics, the British flag. But I've matured. I've matured into something that I'm proud of. Wargamers are in the tabletop train era. Reebok equals New Balance. What about Rome? Not like there's places to look around. Mate, I want to go to Rome one day. I absolutely want to go to Rome. I was actually planning to go a couple of years back, but there was something that happened in the family, and I had to cancel my holiday. But that's something I really want to do. Massively, massively, massively want to do.
Heretics will burn.
Condolences to Paul is bad at stuff and his 36 Centurions. Looks like the Raven Guard's wings have been clipped.
Listen,
Blackbird
Paul,
emoji.
You're a meta player, Paul.
Emoji.
Tell Paul this from me, right?
Blackbird emoji.
Paul, you little avatar bastard. You get what you deserve, Paul. You're the reasons the Centurions got put to Legends. You and your tournament shenanigans. You've done this yourself. Slag. Rome is great. Busy but great. Yeah, but it is. When does the stream start? Literally, mate, in 5-10 minutes. We're just waiting for him to go live. Mudray says, thanks for the gifted membership for the Emperor Brothers. Moo, since you've been gifted a membership, you have to gift one forward now.
Likes going to churches, but won't marry April.
Technically, the rules in the UK is that me and April are officially married. Because we have something called civil partnership laws, where if you've been with someone for so long and you've got kids with them and stuff like that, and you've lived in the same house, all that shit applies. It's about to become a big, big law in the UK. But I will marry April one day. We just haven't rushed into it. Mate, I've been with April now for 19 years.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
19 years I've been with April.
Is gifting working now, mate, or do I need to try again? Glad to help a friend that surely wouldn't scam me.
Tusk, mate, I didn't even see you gifted. Did you gift? Mate, you did, Tusk. I'm so sorry. What a fucking slag I am. Mate, Tusk, mate, thank you so much. But yeah, mate, gift 10 more times and see what happens. Just in case. 19 years, mate, yeah. Did you meet in school? Just after school, really. Yeah. No rush into it. 19. He proposes. Listen, right, I'll do this. If we get to 100 memberships this stream, I'll propose to April and all you guys are invited to the wedding. For one member.
Last wall protocol engaged.
Tusk, mate, thank you again.
Our strength
Tusk,
grows.
no more gift. I love you, dude. Thank you. Did she like your Imperial Fist? Mate, she liked some type of fisting, yes. Been my right hand for 25 years now. Mate, that's a great thing. There we go. Mate, Tusk, if you give me 10 memberships all in ones like I'm a hooker, I swear to God.
Last wall protocol engaged. Our strength grows.
I swear on the Emperor's throne. I'm not dancing for you, Tusk. Past haven't rushed now. To be fair, we are past that. April is going to come and get 50. She wouldn't dare. What race you want to see in Total War 4
Vegas,
first DLC?
King 50 members
Chaos
to
Space
attend.
Marines. Right? Reebok Classics, you're just Mike Bassett. Mate, let's have a look with Mike Bassett. There's nothing wrong with Mike Bassett.
Last wall protocol engaged.
There's nothing wrong
Our
with it.
strength grows.
Hang on. Tusk, please stop.
Requisitions arrive.
Tusk, please
The
stop.
heretics
Tusk, stop
will
it!
burn.
I'm going to have to start dancing for Tusk.
Just knocked the holy non-oil on the carpet. FNL.
Oh, mate. Rest in peace for you, mate. There's nothing worse, right? There's nothing worse than dropping your known oil.
Last wall protocol engaged. Our strength
Wait.
grows.
Boys. They've just put out a brand new exclusive trailer with brand new footage in. Do you want to watch it
Requisitions
before the
arrive.
live stream goes?
The heretics will
Mate,
burn.
this looks massive.
If you do get married, will you do the Arch of Swords, but
This
with a bunch of
looks
Imperial Fist
absolutely
Marine
massive.
cosplayers with chain swords instead of sabers?
Holy shit. Wait, hang on. Let me get it all up in the
Requisitions
background.
arrive. The heretics will burn.
Let me get it all on.
Imagine we hit the goal, you propose, and she says no lol.
Hang on. Let me play this now.
The Crusaders march on the great city of Antioch. To take such a fortress city will exact a fearsome toll in blood and lives. But this is a price the Crusaders are only too willing to pay. For only by such martyrdom is the road to the kingdom of heaven revealed. The very best and worst of mankind's nature is revealed in this bloody conflict. A nature that fans a thirst for war that has echoed down through the centuries and likely always will.
There we go. There we go.
Requisitions arrive.
I'm not
The
sure if
heretics
we've
will burn.
launched the
Valrak banned
other
me from
thing.
martyrdom because I used catapults to launch diseased corpses into his ranks, inflecting his army.
That was pretty sweet, right? Listen, massive shout out to Woodimp who put all that trailer together. Absolutely mega stuff, right? We rushed that out to get that out there because I know a lot of people have been asking, what do the models look like? What do they look like painted and stuff like that, right? Etc. There we go, we have it. Who voiced air tested it? Well, a guy called Chris Tester. You may have heard him. He's massively involved in the project. He's done like 40k stuff before. He's done officially Black Library stuff before. He's actually in the new Dawn of War 4 game as well. So Chris Tester did all the thing. We've got a massive voice thing with him coming very soon.
Requisitions arrive.
And
The
I'm just trying to
heretics
get
will burn.
this here now.
More wings in that box than Sanguinary Guard.
Mate, it's true. Now, I'm going to ask everyone to do me a massive thing because... Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong thing here now.
Requisitions arrive.
The new website
The heretics will burn.
has launched.
Think the 40k Custodes Guard are surviving their codex.
You can now go to martyrdom.co.uk and you can see all the information. You can see more cool stuff. You can see pictures of the models, right? Everything there. That man ignored the chat. Listen, I'm going to get to chat in a second. 1 second. I'm trying to plug my war game. Okay. So for people who don't know what Martyrdom is a tabletop game that I've been making with a couple of friends that is set during the First Crusade. It is initially going to take place with like characters like Bowman, which you're seeing up here and stuff like that. There's going to be other characters and stuff. And we're going to be jumping into it and doing some big things. Oh, I actually have some pictures. You want to see some pictures? Let me get these pictures up so we can proper see it. Some exclusive big pictures. This is sent to me by Woodimp. Thank you, Woodimp. There is Peter the Hermit. There's some of the spearmen. I think that's one of my favorite shots from like the photo shoot we did. Where's the carts? The cart, mate. You got to get pictures of the carts soon. There's Bowman, one of the HQ models. Mate, this guy, when I tell you what this guy was like in, like, history, he was kind of like a space marine. No lie. Mate, this guy went in and just absolutely smashed people apart. First in, last out. There he is in all his glory. Absolutely amazing model. Like, I think the paint job as well, off Krug. Massive shout out to Krug. This guy has multiple options, multiple head options, weapon options, shield options. You can have the shield on his back, on his arm, right? It's all there. Again, more stuff of Wood Imp there. And again, you can see some of the painted models now. We're going to be blitzing this all over social media very, very soon. But yeah, you can see some of the models. All up close, all looking nice. All there. It's all coming.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
There's some spearmen.
Where can I find the video? I need to share this.
I'm going to be putting it on my social media very, very soon, Ismail. We may be getting it up on the Martyrdom YouTube channel as well, which we need to start doing. The Crusaders, the crossbow guys, the spearmen again, the banner guy, right? And there's the multi-part bowman guy. Mate, this guy literally had a bowl cut. He was a Black Templar. He was a Space Marine. These are my models, yes. These are the models that we've been making over the past couple of months. That go along with the Seljuk stuff.
Martyrdom? Is this new? Never heard of it from you.
No, mate, it's brand new. It's going to be the next big game that's coming out. Can I proxy a Dreadnought? You can. I will allow proxies. You can have a Dreadnought Bowman. To be fair, there is Black Templars that are called Bowman in 40k because 40k stole all their stuff from history. From history. If you've got any questions, let me know in chat. Wood Imp is also here in chat, so you can ask him. Why can't I? Oh boy. There we go. There we go. Oh shit, this stream has started, by the way, now. Glut's great, man. Very happy for you. Yeah, thanks, Cord. I appreciate that, mate. There's a lot of hard work that's gone into this. By a lot of great people attached to this. And sent out to all my communities in Austria and my best friend. Dude, I appreciate that. If you can ask people to sign up to the email sign up, because we're going to put a massive email out over the course of the next couple of weeks. It's going to be absolutely huge. And you guys got to see even more stuff, get more information, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. Right, so we switch over to the watch along. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Well, 1 minute now. Morning, fellas. Are you doing Primark? Yes, I'm on it. We'll spread it out. Thank you so much, Elysian, mate. You're an absolute legend. Someone give Elysian a membership. First person to give Elysian a membership, I'll give you a Total War 40k key. Because he's doing the Emperor's work. I'm behind? I don't think I am. It says live right here. I don't think I am. I literally can't go forward. It's right at the end. Good, how are you all doing today, mate? Doing great. Hey, chat to Master Valrak, will you be making There's a lot of factions we want to do. The next big faction we're going to be adding to the game, if it is a success, is the Romans. Again, I call them the Romans. It's the Eastern Roman Empire. They call themselves Romans. The Byzantines. They're going to be the next faction that are added to the game. So far, it's the Crusaders and the Seljuks. There you go.
Wall protocol
Total War, what is this? Hot take, the Marines on this game are Crimson Fists. Well, here we go. Oh shit, I'm muted.
Total War Warhammer 40,000 Alpha Strike Gamescom edition.
Hang on.
Put you in the right seats?
West Wall protocol engaged.
Hang on.
We're here today
Our strength
to
grows.
talk about Total War Warhammer 40,000.
I'm just going to mute everything. Mate, these guys are super low.
Wave of footage this morning from press. Oh, I'm quiet because I've not got the mic right.
Oh, there we go. I was about to turn him up.
We've had a bit of a wave of footage from the press and from content creators this morning. So you'll have seen a lot of stuff already. We are going to be covering the
Hang on.
same build.
There we
but
go.
We
Got
are
it. Got
going
it.
to be giving a
Got
little
it.
bit of a difference here in that we're going to explain some
Got
of
it.
the stuff that's going on. And also, we are going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that isn't in this build, just to give some context on what is. We have with us today Oscar, our representative from the battle delegation.
Hello. Should I introduce myself a
Absolutely.
bit more? Yeah. Hi, I'm Oscar. Used to do work on the Warhammer Fantasy team back in the days.
Will the
I'm
fighter
now
bits be
part of the
added?
battle
Yes.
team. I'm our combat specialist.
Yep.
If you can put it that way in terms of design. So kind of have
The practical combat specialism.
no,
Send you out to fight first.
no, not a good fighter in real life.
Unless you're all in green war paint, ready to charge in. And we have Will.
I mean, the camera.
He needs to put the microphone
Hi, I'm Will.
closer to his face.
Designer on Total Warhammer 40,000.
No, Will, put the microphone close to your face. Look where my microphone is. It needs to be here. These microphones capture everything that's in front of them,
It's a reunion.
like this.
Yeah, and yeah, so I'll be here to talk a bit about what we want to do with campaign.
Fantastic. I can see everyone saying low audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick us onto the Be Right Back stream for just 1 second while I whack those numbers up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with G-Dub. This is now officially a GW live stream. Here we go. Piss up in a brewery. You love to see it. I'm just going to mute this because I don't want their music blaring down my ears. Professional streamers. Don't worry, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Do you know what? While we wait... Oh, shit, it's back. Sorry, it's back. It's going to plug Martin again.
Oh, we've got like a 5 to 6 second delay anyway. So, oh, people saying stream's over. It's, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. They're saying no Will.
They might be trolling us, so I don't know.
No, it's definitely that guy, Will.
Vincent,
Will's bad.
Is Will registering when he speaks? Will, you need
Where
to
is
speak.
Doom Rider, mate? Doom Rider's coming, mate. Trust me, Doom Rider's coming. Right, so...
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to throw over to the game screen.
Okay. Oh, there's the menu. Here's a spicy menu. Now we've got no audio from them at all while the game's playing. Let's just make it up as we go along, okay? So learn the basics is probably going to be... Mate, I'll do the audio. So here's learn the basics. Learn the basics is basically how you learn to play the game. What your squad does, what type of things your squad does in terms of how they play, gameplay mechanics, and stuff like that. Okay? So if you're an orc, it plays a little bit different than a space marine, a guard, eldar, etc., etc. Okay? So this is where we're going to learn, we're going to show off how these things are different.
See how it goes. All right. So you guys should be able to see the main screen now. So, Will, if you can give one more introduction, and we'll see if that works.
Taste of the campaign is going to be a taster of what we offer with the campaign. Showing you off the biomes of the planets, the solar systems themselves, all the other features in the game.
You're gonna, Will.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Get to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Will. I am a campaign designer on Total Warhammer.
It's still low.
40,000. And I've been doing that for a long time on various projects.
The game now is over Will.
And yeah, I'm here to talk about some of what we are doing with the campaign in this game.
Fantastic. This is going to be... Oh, now when we go back to main cab, we're all in the wrong order. So now we are the two-headed Josh. And joining us with us is Oscar Will.
Hello.
We also do have on the PC, we have James Bedson.
the microphone
who you will
to
hear
your
us shout
face.
at as Bedson or James or whatever we take. But he's going to be playing for us. Bedson, I won't ask you to introduce yourself because you have no microphone. But Bedson he'll be playing at, we're aiming him for like a mid-skill level. We've told him not to be too good, not to be too bad. But we're trying to represent the average experience.
My
Because
advice
otherwise,
is if you want to do a live stream like this, set
we'll
up
know
a test YouTube channel stream to it.
Your mic isn't working now.
How can my mic
And-
not be working? Mic is on, it's just very directional. Alright, well, we're just going to have to get
We'll have to.
very
So
into
we can do a bit of wiggling.
Okay, well, you're not going to hear much of me anyway. I'm just going to kind of introduce you guys and then move on. Alright. So, what we have here is the build that we took to Gamescom. So if you are at Gamescom and you're on the show floor, you'll be able to play this now. Before we jump into it, you'll see that there's 3 sections. There's learning the basics, which is the illumination campaign. I think that's what the cinematic is. We will be skipping the cinematics just because we've got a lot to talk about.
Whoa!
There is the taste of campaign, which is, as it says, it is a taste of the campaign, right? It's a thin slice, but we'll be talking a bit about the stuff that is there or isn't there. And then we've got a battle challenge, which is a larger battle that we'll be able to play. So before we get in, there are a couple of questions that we saw from the last stream that we just wanted to tackle first. One of them was, I didn't realise it at the time, but I was dropping quite the bombshell when I asked Dave about ammo. A very quick fire, it was, is there infinite ammo? Yes, and we didn't really get the chance to expand on that. So Oscar, I wanted to give you the chance to talk a little bit about ammo before we dive in.
Yeah, so, I mean, we had when we were starting the project, we had a lot of thought about, like, should we do ammo or not? It's an integral part to a total war game. But I think there's various factors as to, like, why we decided not to do ammo in the end. Partially, it's not just that core to the actual fantasy.
I think there should be ammo in the
Warhammer
game.
40k is, all about the action and kind of just like...
I think there should be.
We wanted to kind of keep it more towards, what's fun and exciting. The other part there is like we're no longer in medieval ages. You don't just have a bow and an arrow.
Yeah.
You have a squad with different weapons, and technically we could track the weapon of each squad member and each weapon, but that gets very messy very quickly for gameplay in terms of like, when should an unit attack?
Yeah, but
when should a
the
unit not
thing
attack?
about Battle Space Marine is that you pull out your
when do you actually
chainsaw,
run
your
out of ammo?
combat knife.
So
That's what you start using
it's
then. Do
just
you know what I
a
mean?
simpler, neater gameplay experience that I think is more fun. So
Yeah, that makes sense. And the
God,
second question is
fix
the same vein as
bayonets!
how common
Fix
and powerful
bayonets!
the kind of
Fucking
army
bayonet
abilities
charge.
They're saying, but I think they're referring to things like the lance strike and the bombardments.
yeah, it really depends on, again, the army ability. So you have like faction army abilities like the Space Marine doctrines that will always be there. Generally speaking, we've kind of put an internal cap of like you're probably not going to have more than 8 army abilities in any given battle.
Yeah.
And obviously these range in power levels a lot. So airstrikes are, generally speaking, going to be on a lower power level. We're still, tweaking with the balance of them.
Mm-hmm.
At this stage, we're definitely erring towards the impactful. But we're keeping an eye out on like how powerful they should be. And obviously, then you have these like really powerful fleet bombardments or death strike missiles, the land strikes that need to have a lot of impact. But we need to have ways of basically controlling them from a campaign point of view. It's like when do you actually get them? I think Will can probably explain more about that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that is this will work. It's fine. We're getting cozy. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to avoid the situation that I think we maybe stumbled into.
Stock, I don't think it's too much, mate. They did it in Total War.
Just get a massive
Empire.
ability kind of just for free for being them. Like if you have a big powerful fleet bombardment, that's happening because your fleet is in orbit, right? And you put that fleet there, and you have upgraded that fleet, and the enemy is not doing things that are stopping you from using that fleet, right? So you should have, where there are these very powerful, game-changing abilities, you should have levers on the campaign map that help you kind of counteract them and stuff. So we want to make sure that there's control coming from the campaign layer as well as in battle.
Fantastic. Apologies for any of the microphone issues. We will, once Bedson's into a battle, perhaps we will quickly pop and I can have a look at those while he's doing it. Speaking of, I said we'd skip the cinematics, but actually, I think if we start off with the illumination cinematic, I can put us full screen, and then I actually can scurry and see if I can fix these mics.
Oh, here we go. We're going to see a cinematic. Let me see. I'm interested in the cinematic. Here we go. Here we go, boys. The cinematic is live. Cogitating.
The galaxy burns.
Oh.
There is no peace amongst the stars. They flicker like a million candles holding back the night. Some will falter, some will fade. A few will linger on, their worlds worthy of protection.
Oh shit, I just turned it up.
The Emperor's left hand descends for his angels. Courageous, dutiful, but ignorant of the trials to come. A journey is required. These warriors must seek the light before they can safeguard it. For if they fail, the candle they hope to shield, and many others, will be extinguished.
Cogitation protocols initializing. Nodal link established. Fleet modules online. Synchronizing crew data of the Emperor's Torch.
What is our status, Fernand?
Captain Halsor has made planetfall and awaits our arrival on Umbral Prime.
Like it.
Very well. Commence mission protocols.
Cogitating. Decrypting mission objectives. Ident seals verified. An inquisitorial petition for aid. Operation Illumination. An inquisitorial vessel named the Sagacity has been lost, presumed crashed. It was transporting cargo of extreme importance to the Imperium.
What cargo?
Data has been redacted. It must be recovered at all costs. Arrival imminent, Lord.
Prepare for real space re-entry.
Interesting.
Real space translation complete. Ship systems operating within acceptable efficiency parameters. Thank the machine god. Entering orbit of Umbral Prime. Establishing.
Here we go then, boys. Here we go.
Captain Halsor, have you located the crash site? Coordinates have been confirmed. It lies to the east. Then we are close.
Mate, I love all like the little UI bits, so like the guys popping up and talking and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. Mate, yeah, the voice acting is pretty cool. Locate and secure the crash site. Recover the inquisitorial cargo. It's again. This apparently this is the alpha build. Still, they're confirming it. Here we go. The planets look nice and stuff. Like swinging around the planets.
We are mobilized and ready to move.
Rick and Morty planet. Come on, what are you doing here, devs? Go on, charge into the orcs, mate. I'd be running across the desert. Xenos sighted! Ah! I'm gonna play this like a Templar. Just fucking right into the lines.
Reposition to target coordinates.
Oh, here we go. End turn action points. Campaign progress in turns. Actions such as moving require action points. To replenish action points, you must end turns. Okay. Basically, the Total War experience. Now the orcs.
Xenos activity detected. Expect resistance.
We are primed to engage. Brothers, intone your battle hymns. It is time for war.
I absolutely love the voice acting.
At all costs.
The voice acting so far is fucking mega.
Hello, we have called in an audio expert from outside who will be coming in to fix some of our issues, but otherwise, until now, we have Will here to talk about some of this campaign section.
Yeah, we're going to use the one working mic and do a bit of hot seat for the moment.
Exactly. Oscar, could you pass me my papers, please?
Cool. So what our colleague James has been gamely stalling by showing you a bit of the tutorial as we've dealt with our technical issues. But what you're seeing here is the first planet of our tutorial campaign called Illumination. So this is a sort of semi-narrativized campaign, a little bit like the tutorial campaign of Warhammer 3, where we do a bit of kind of scripted storytelling and kind of get you onto the basics of the game.
Yeah. So the first thing that they're seeing here really for the first time is planets, right? And let me give them a nice full view of that. So how does a planet work compared to what they're used to in traditional Total War?
Cool. So planets are kind of almost like the basic kind of fundamental gameplay unit of the game, right? Like most of what you're doing is fighting on planets. And a planet alone is quite like a detailed gameplay experience, right? Like this isn't the kind of thing where you fight one battle and you capture a whole planet, right? A planet has many regions, many settlements, many battles to fight. We're imagining that something like this, so this is a small planet, and even within that scope, this is like a relatively restricted one. Like most of them have way more regions than this.
Yeah.
What do you think,
that
boys?
would be probably equivalent to, say, like a continent in kind of Warhammer 3 terms.
Yes. And
what do we think?
This is
so far, like how the planets
planet,
look,
right?
Yeah.
But a system.
Yes.
And are we able to? Is this the one where we can zoom out to a system? Well, we'll be showing that in the next one.
We'll show that later. But yes, a single planet is made of multiple, a single star system rather is made of different planets. You can traverse between those planets by flying through space. You can fight on multiple planets at the same time. And that set of planets within that solar system is what represents probably the closest equivalent to what we would have as a traditional campaign in another Total War game.
Well, didn't make notes,
so what you
dude.
can see is there are quite a few great.
I need a video
buttons
to do
there.
after this.
So this build is, we've called it a slice and a taste of the campaign, right? What isn't in this build?
The tutorial in particular, which we're looking at now, is even more restricted, so there should be a few more buttons that you can press in the final thing. Like a lot of the content's not there, so you won't see much in terms of building trees.
What the fuck is that?
A lot of the interactions around fleets so won't be accessible. So we'll have a little taste of what you can do with the fleet later on, but you won't have the full range of upgrades and selections and things that you can do there. There's a tech tree, which you can't see here, but again, we can talk about that a bit later. We talk about
it's a Hammerfall bunker. Don't do that.
We are going to Bedson. Feel free to continue on because it's going to bring up our first talking point of moving around the planet.
Oh, here we go. Let's go, mate.
Firstly, I guess. Oh, you are going to have to fight this one. Before you fight this one, moving around the planet is a bit different.
Yes. So one of the big things about this Total War, we basically have had to build everything from the ground up, from scratch. Right. This is an entirely new campaign model, and while that had challenges, right? I think one of the first things I was doing was rewriting how you select things in the game, right?
Yep.
That's something we kind of had at basic. It's given us an opportunity to also look back at various stages of Total War and be like, well, what are the best elements of all of them? So in more recent Total Wars, you've had this quite granular free movement, which is, feels like, there's a lot of flexibility there. But it has lost something that we had in the older games where you have this like more kind of board game-like, risk-like district-based movement. And what we tried to do with this game is get a kind of best of both worlds, right? So while there's a kind of granularity within the map that's much higher than you would have found in Shogun 1 or Med 1, your detachments, which is what we call armies in this version, they still move between these kind of larger segments of space and control those areas of space. Which means you no longer have to worry about, oh no, I can move 95% of the way to the settlement, but I can't quite make it. So it gets rid of a lot of that fiddliness, and also makes it a lot easier to handle things like choke points and kind of do much kind of broad stroke strategic gameplay.
Helpful for the AI as well, right?
Yes, it definitely kind of reduces the amount of spaces that the AI needs to think about.
I kind of just want to see the battle.
Makes it easier for
I just want to see the battle of Space Marines and Orcs.
Right? It's a lot easier to be able to predict where the AI will attack.
Maybe I'm so impatient, mate.
I'm so impatient. To plan out your strategy in advance.
And so maybe fewer of those. I'm constantly just chasing them every turn.
Yes, exactly.
Let me purge.
Feel free to go into the battle, Bedson.
Mate, I actually do think the UI looks nice.
I believe we'll be trying to hot swap.
Yes. Cool. We'll do a little.
I like it more when the mix were broken. It says at the start.
May want to give it a little hello and see. We've got our mic man. Will, do you want to say hello into the mic just to see if there's any chance?
Hello.
Any chance you guys can hear Will while we're loading? I'll go game screen so you don't all see Will's face.
It's still fucked.
No. Okay, then we've got 2 working mics and that's fine. We'll keep hot swapping.
Piss up in a brewery.
In the meantime, we'll hit
Oh, here we go.
intro cinematic here. Oscar, these cinematics, these all pre-rendered out?
I mean, these are fully dynamic. Basically, they'll
Mate, I cannot
depend
hear the other
completely
guy.
on your army composition. They're gonna reflect your customization choices.
He's talking,
They're
I
gonna
can't hear
reflect
him.
your
I don't know if you
faction
guys can hear
colours.
him, I can't hear him.
And basically, we just want to show off, the cool units you have, and kind of really help set the scene for the battle.
Captain,
And just like elevate the storytelling that our battle does.
And I think the idea of it being dynamic is probably one of the coolest things that we've seen from these in-battle cutscenes, right? We'll get into faction customization a little bit, but the idea that it is your people
It
going
looks
into
fucking
battle.
nice. I'm not going to deny that.
So we've seen Astra Militarum
Looks
play
awesome, mate.
in battle last time, and that was Will playing that. A different Will, I'll call that. How do Space Marines, and Bedson, feel free to just play through as we go. How do Space Marines differ to Astra Mil as you're playing through?
I mean, it is a very different play experience. Space Marines obviously come in few numbers. You're going to have less units around. The units that you have are going to be quite durable, because obviously Space Marines have a lot of armor. They've got a lot of health per entity. They also regenerate in and out of combat. So you kind of, as long as kind of like the threats that are coming your way are managed and you don't get overwhelmed as a Space Marine player, you can keep taking on the odds. Like a Space Marine at choke point might be able to take unit after unit.
Yeah.
So playing as the Space Marines is really about like controlling the battle, controlling your exposure, and
Can you run the
effectively kind of
Marines?
trying to dictate like
Why
where
is
the
it
fight
dark
is going to
blue?
happen.
They just made a custom chapter.
Trying to spring surprises on the enemy by bringing in your drop pods.
Yep.
And just taking advantage
They're
of
getting the high
what makes the
ground.
Space Marines so great and powerful.
And we're the Ultramarines here, right?
Yes.
And that's what we'll be playing for the tutorial campaign.
That is not true. These are not the Ultramarines. This is a special chapter for the tutorial. I can't remember what they're called, but they are not Ultramarines.
The near Ultramarines.
Ultramarine successor chapter.
What's the word below Ultra? The partial Marines.
Oh, they're just Marines.
They're
Marines.
So you're playing as not the Ultramarines here. This is a new map. I'm good, thank you. All right, we're slowly fixing the broken mic, so please excuse us if you hear any interference. So this is a new map we've seen. I think this map is called Crashdown.
I think so, yeah.
And where does this?
Holy
you see it on the
shit!
Mina map as well. Where would you say this ranks
Guy
in terms of
exploded!
map density?
I mean, this is definitely one of the more open maps we have.
So a couple of choke
This is what I
points that we're
like.
seeing the orcs come through now, but otherwise pretty open.
Yeah, it's basically centered around this massive
Oh,
crash
boss! What a fire boss!
that the orcs are trying to funnel through. And obviously they're getting eviscerated in proper gory fashion. You kind of really see that
Show us the up
with
close
Space
of
Marines,
it.
the bolt rifles pretty much have the capacity to kill
Oh, the
an orc in
bolters
one
sound
shot.
pretty nice.
So things running at you through the open, they're not going to have a very good time.
Yeah.
And we can see as well, we spoke about it on the last stream, but that was nearly friendly fire. But the weapon swapping, right? So they're using different weapons at different points here is what it makes sense to use to kill this enemy.
Yeah, correct.
Bedson, if you can actually click on one of the profiles there, expand, or just click on, there you go. So we can even see here all of the different weapons that they've got. And these will have very different profiles to the ones that we're seeing with the Astra Militarum.
Yeah, like one of the big things that we kind of worked on is like bring in like the stat called evasion.
Yeah.
Which basically controls your chance to hit. So it kind of counteracts accuracy. And some targets will have fairly high evasion, and they're gonna be harder to hit, especially in cover.
Oh, game's
Or something
lagging.
like a vehicle.
Saw some
has very
frame
low
drops.
evasion, so it's gonna be very easy to hit. So even like your orc is probably gonna be able to hit a land raider at distance.
Will it do much?
Does
We
seem
don't
more
know.
accurate, yeah.
So the other thing this has that the Billy World video and stream that we did doesn't have is Fog of War. So how does line of sight and Fog of War work here?
So basically the core difference is that we've really kind of brought down like the distances that you can see, so you have less certain knowledge of the battlefield. And the core difference that we've obviously now visualized it with the Fog of War shader, so you can quite clearly see the areas you can and cannot see. And depending on the unit type, you'll have different vision ranges, for example. So
I think
vehicles
visually
are
it
quite
looks
blind at a
really, really
distance.
nice.
Yep.
So if you, with many of the bigger vehicle weapons. If you actually want to fire at, like, say, like the max distance of a Baneblade cannon, you actually need to be.
Oh shit! He's drop podding guys in.
Scouting for them.
Well, that makes sense. So you're varying your kind of the usage of your units in the army, right? You've got one looking ahead to make sure that they've got line of sight for the long range weapons.
Yeah.
So sight isn't always as far as your weapon range is.
Oh.
And you can also, for example, see here in the middle of the map, the orcs came through the spaceship.
Mate, they got
There was initially a building there. And that building basically obscured the line of sight.
Show us the battle.
Right to that area.
Show us the
so
battle.
By destroying
I want to see the
buildings
sink
that are in
kills
the
and
way,
stuff.
You can gain more line of sight. And for example, with forests, you can bombard a forest to open up a line of sight through it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can use, for example,
That
some vehicles.
orc's running. That orc's out of it.
Oh, fantastic.
That you can basically activate to create a cloud of smoke that will actually block.
Oh, there's
line
no
of sight
sinks
through
in
it.
right now.
Yep.
Okay.
And we were seeing there some of the intercessors, although fighting in melee, still popping off shots with their pistols as well.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that the new engine has kind of unlocked for us, the ability to have that weapon switching even during combat.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work to ensure that basically entities in combat, especially melee combat,
yep,
feel
I'm sure
more
they're
kind
gonna
of
have
natural
sinks in
and
this
kind of
game, right?
do the
Surely
thing
there
that
has
they
to be.
would do. So, you know, for example, with this like missile in melee behavior that we created,
There's sinks in other Total
a key
War
part
games.
there was like we no longer want to just fire fake bullets
Mm-hmm.
and pretend that we fired a bullet in melee. We actually want the pistol to be taking the shots, and you know, kind of get the right cadence of like, well, Space Marine will, like, say an assault intercessor will pop off a shot with the bolt pistol when
Yep.
there's a good opportunity for it.
Very much like in tabletop, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it
So
is.
we just like want it to make sense. Like we want
It's dropping flames
really
here,
want to kind
boys.
of push forward the fantasy of
Yep.
the combat, and kind of make it feel like, you know, this is what combat in the 40k universe would look like.
Yep. And I think it's done a fantastic job there. So I'm trying to see if there's any questions I can pull from chat. Apologies, there is someone playing around with the computer while we're still doing it, so there may have been some disruption there. But people talking as well about the... Oh, there we go. That's a fantastic explosion. The blood and gore. Like, it is a very blood and gory game. And that is... It's not something that's separated out like there's been in previous Total Wars. This is all part of the base game experience because we felt it was essential, like you just saw, to that visual experience for the game.
Yeah. And it's also just crucial for help selling the impact of weapons.
Yeah.
That's something that we really try to focus on, is like ensuring that things react in the world. Like when an attack hits you, you react.
Yeah.
Like you'll see, you know, Space Marines do like small glancing movements, for example, when, like, say, even like a last gunshot might hit them. It won't stop the Space Marine, but you might see a small like impulse on the shoulders or something similar.
Yeah. One thing as well, people may notice in the difference between this and the creator and press footage is, unfortunately, at the time of capture, there was a small issue with the VFX in some of their footage, so you won't be seeing that here, and that is why there is that difference. How are you doing with the battle, Bedson? He's doing well. Again, it's very hard to find volunteers to play on stream for us in front of so many people, but he's doing a fantastic job. So to take some of the questions that I can see here, there is a question about space battles, which is something that I believe we spoke about in the community inbox stream we did back in January, which is they won't be in there for launch, but we know that they're an important part of the IP, and we will look at them beyond them. Another question about release date, of which I'm not just going to throw out there, but we are able to say that we're coming in 2027. Whoa! Good timing for that.
Told ya.
So you can expect to see us then. And there'll be more information about the closed beta soon. So
more rumors
you'll be
turn
able
out to be true.
those of you who signed up and are lucky enough to get in, will be able to experience and give some feedback yourselves there.
More rumors coming
This feels
true.
like a real last stand of those orcs. The morale system in game then. We saw with the Astra Militarum that can be quite important in make or break. How does morale differ for these Space Marines?
Well, firstly, Space Marines don't break. They are unbreakable.
Good.
They can be morale shocked. So, you know, if you get them, get their belief low enough, you know, they'll still take the penalties that are associated with battle shocked.
Yep.
But you'll never see a Space Marine unit run. and usually that kind of means that like Space Marines can keep going when the odds are against them, and can quite often also recover from that situation, provided again the pressure isn't too much for them.
Yep.
Get his IP address.
As a Space Marine player, you kind of really need to keep your eye out for when is my unit under such pressure that I need to intervene. Like I need to, pop off a doctrine to help them fight, or use a bombardment, or spawn in some Terminators.
Yep.
With a teleport.
We are going to ask Will just to say one sentence. And we'll find out in a few seconds if you were finally able to hear Will.
No.
Otherwise, we're just going to tell Will that he's on stream. And me and Oscar will keep going. No, they can't. It's fine, Will. We've got our other Will. There's too many Wills. We've got our single hot mic solution that we will continue to work
Marines?
with. Before we move on from
Holy
here,
shit.
you will see there's deployed, lost, and
deployed?
remaining.
And he only lost 2.
An intentional
Space
kind of
Marines
difference
at
wording
different
here
level.
of lost.
Is this like a mention to like the
God damn.
injured stuff?
Yes.
I think probably Will is probably better placed because it's a campaign feature.
Well, we'll be going back to campaign,
I'm
so...
gonna let him
we'll
swap.
do the old swap.
So, yes.
Feel free to end out, Bedson.
Yeah, one thing that we're keen to do with Space Marines in particular is kind of represent how kind of resilient they are, right? They're super difficult to recruit in campaign. You're not going to have very many of them, so it would absolutely suck if they just all died randomly in battle. So a Space Marine, entity or unit can be, wiped out in battle, but there's a small chance they'll kind of come back after in campaign. So it's a little bit kind of like, if people are familiar with the Dead Rise Again stuff with the vampire counts in Warhammer, it's kind of a way for you to get a little bit of resilience in your units.
What's going on with that microphone? What's going
Fantastic. We will just now then move on to talking about customization. So what we are now is into our taste of the campaign. Oscar, just say hello.
Hello again.
Let us know if you can hear Oscar.
Yes.
They are saying they can hear tapping. Oh wow, we may have fixed the microphone.
That sounds good.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Will. Feel free to depart. We're going to put ourselves back on screen. Let's go that side. Oh, we can all be heard. Only took us half an hour. All right, so we've got a name system here, similar to others that they've seen. So there are limitations in what name you can pick.
Justice Bears?
Yes. Is that a question?
That is a question.
That's a question.
Yes.
I will answer that question. So for various reasons, we wanted to kind of make sure...
If anyone calls their chapter Justice Bears, I will hunt you down.
So you kind of pick from sets of pre-built combinations of words.
Hold on, someone's at my
however,
door.
there's a ludicrous variety. I think there's something like 17,000 combinations for Space Marines, and you can come up with some quite silly ones, and also some very edgelordy ones if you want. It's been interesting watching the streamers this morning, how they split between absurd and edgy.
Yeah,
so,
the number of pink Marines was very
so
high.
people either go pink or they go
Dawn?
black and red, I feel. Those are the two
Brothers of
extremes.
Dawn!
Yes.
Angels of Dawn!
We'll see if there's anyone in chat who has any suggestions of a name based on what they can see. So short, medium, and long. You can always be the something of something. I find, obviously, because you can make your own version of the Flesh Terrors. I find that what's he called himself? Space Marines. Do you know what? Honestly, I quite like it.
One of my favourite is 1,000 Marines, just because it's like just extremely descriptive of what a chapter is.
Star Children. Actually, do you know what, Benson? I really think you've done a good job here with Space Marines. Do you know what?
The Emperor was not feeling very
but
innovative that day.
maybe change one word. Otherwise, we won't be able to differentiate between the things that are like custom for our name and things that just say the word Space Marines. Okay, we'll be the Space Bears. So one thing we want to point out just immediately off the rip is this is not the full customization that we're intending to have in at launch. This is a much more limited version. The reason for that is it's quite simple, and that is during our testing, this is a build for Gamescom, right? This is a build where people are going to sit down, they're going to have 30 minutes to play. During our testing, our testers would spend 40 to 45 minutes on our customization.
And that's until we told them to stop.
Yes.
It's there's a lot of granularity you can get into here. But just for Gamescom, we're just giving you the kind of basic 3-colour scheme. But even with that, you can do some pretty fun combos.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that we're missing here, so when you make your own custom chapter, it is more than just the colours, right?
Yes.
You're able to make a character.
Yes, so you'll have your warlord character, what we call them, who's your faction leader. You'll have some more kind of 3D customization options
So
about how they
those
look,
rumours were true then, like
as well
faction
as some
leaders
kind
and
of
stuff
gameplay
like
stuff
that.
load up.
There's more rumours that came true.
And we will also allow for customization of faction traits.
Yes.
So you'll have a big suite of faction traits you can pick from, which have like sometimes quite materially like chunky impacts on your gameplay. So, you know, if you want to really lean into being a good boy Space Marine chapter who likes defending the weak, and, you know, you give all your territory back to the Imperium, you can pick traits that lean into that, or if you want to be a bit of a rogue, a bit of a rascal, there'll be traits that support that playstyle as well.
So when you've made your faction, you've got colours, you've got traits, and you've made a character, and that is not just Space Marines.
Yes, all factions will have this full suite of customization options.
Fantastic. How are we looking, Bedson? Bedson, you collect Dark Angels, don't you? And I think that has become very apparent in the colour scheme you've chosen.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to flag is, you know, we're not like gating colours or icons, right? If you want to make your kind of cosplay Dark Angels with this system, we're not going to stop you, right? You're not going to have all the kind of, you know, special units that the Dark Angels might have, but you can at least kind of LARP as them for a little while.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Anything
There's
else
a lot
we want
of,
to say about customization?
It seems like there's a lot of customization in there for now, and they said it's not fully done.
No. I guess the only other thing being customization, you'll see it on the campaign map, you'll see it in battle. One of the limitations for our Gamescom demo here is you will not see them represented in the unit cards.
Yes.
The unit cards will still look very blue.
Yes, this is a surprisingly difficult technical challenge to resolve, but we are looking at solutions to it. Cool.
All right.
Oh, he's actually made a nice. Most people don't.
I hope there's more options to be
he's
coloured, not free tiers.
That
I think the mods will do all that, mate. I'll be honest with you. I think the mods will take it from here.
Fantastic. So now I think will actually be a better example of what we were trying to talk about before with the region moving.
Yes.
So we'll show that first. But before we do, once we're loaded in, I don't know if there's a little cutscene here.
Yes, there is. So
get off the screen. Get off the screen then. I want to see the cut screen in all its glory. There we go.
War rages in the Talos Stars subsector. A critical astropathic relay station has fallen to the Orc Scourge. We, the Adeptus Astartes, are inbound. Our mission, to retake the station and
purge the Xenos threat.
Suffer not the alien to live.
These guys quoting Deathwatch. You tell him.
Retaliating. Targeting Lance batteries. Enemy fleet destroyed.
That's pretty cool.
Proceeding with bombardment protocols.
So apparently what I heard from a friend is that you're going to have two types of co-op campaign. Like, you can have like a multiplayer co-op campaign where you can like betray each other and fight each other and stuff like that. Like multiple Space Marine chapters, and maybe you can like betray your other friend who's playing Space Marines. That sounds pretty cool. I'm down for that.
For the Emperor.
Shut up, Manda. Manda, you're my friend. If you're not my friend,
okay,
you have to gift 20
So that's
members.
a bit of a mood setter for this Gamescom demo, right? Welcome to our slice of a campaign. So we'll be the Space Marines here.
Yes.
As we were in the previous.
And yeah, I do want to stress this is very much a slice of campaign.
Lionheart,
seriously. Zooms out a bit, we'll see what we have to deal with on this planet.
And in the system.
Well, I was going to talk about the planet first, but let's talk about the planet first. So again, this is like a small slice of what you would see on a whole planet. This is like 2 to 3 large regions split up into, I think, a total of about 14 to 15 districts. That's probably about 10% of what you'd see on like an actual full planet.
Yep. Are all planets the same size?
No, we have a mix. Not only just in terms of physical size, but also in kind of the number of regions and districts you would find on each one. And they also have quite different biomes, quite different world types. This, I think, is like a wastes world.
Yep.
So it's got these kind of really gross, grungy, toxic pools and funky-looking trees and stuff. And each one of them is hand-authored, right? So the actual kind of layouts are all done by our design team, so each one of them should feel really unique.
I think the planets look really nice.
And then we have a lovely layer of kind of procedurally generated art on top that kind of fills in all the gaps with trees.
The problem is that you can't really do much except walk and find on management and building. Yeah, but because I don't think they've shown that off yet, right?
And yeah, if you want to then zoom out to the whole map.
Are those ships reflecting the colours that he selected?
They should be, yes.
It looks it. Yeah, should we zoom out to the system?
So this is an example of a kind of normal-sized campaign map. So you'll see there are Not all of these planets are things you can land on. You can't land on the gas giant. That'd be a really bad idea. But you would have, say, like 3 to 4 kind of navigable planets that you would go to in a campaign map, and that would be the kind of full extent of your campaign experience within a single campaign. Should we talk about the theatre stuff now, or do that later?
We can talk about that now.
Yeah, but that is not where it ends. We love putting more layers in our game. So each of these campaigns will fit into a larger map, which we call the theatre, the Crusade Theatre. And that is effectively an interconnected series of campaigns, each of which is integrally connected to what's happened in the previous ones. Right. So the tech that you research in this campaign, you can wrap up this campaign, you can complete your objectives. That's a nice kind of a point where you might wrap up for the weekend. But then your next campaign that you fight in the Crusade Theatre, you'll have those same techs. The units that all ranked up will have the same ranks. The characters that you pick skills for, they'll have the same skills. You'll probably get like a reward for completing this campaign that will affect potentially not just the next campaign, but all the campaigns in the theatre, right? Yep. If this campaign was themed around rescuing a major armaments factory, winning that campaign might mean that all future campaigns in the theatre, you get increased or better weapons, better tanks and stuff like that.
And how many campaigns can I expect to play in a theatre?
So the theatre is around 10-ish campaigns total. Mm-hmm. You won't need to go through all of them to win. They culminate in a big final campaign, Armageddon. So that's the kind of end goal of all of this. All the factions are fighting over Armageddon. But really, it's up to you how many of these you want to do along the way. If you're feeling, really elite, you can just kind of blast through and do it in 2 or 3. And we'll actually, the turn counter will stay consistent over the whole theatre. So I think a fun challenge that maybe some of our streamers will want to do is how many.
What if you can swap factions between campaigns? Maybe
and we'll probably see how many, as in the max and the minimum.
So.
Right?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, fantastic! So really, we've got a campaign within a campaign now as well.
Yeah. So the overall theatre experience is by a long way the biggest
Armageddon,
kind of combined gameplay experience we've ever done in Total War. Right, like it is effectively multiple Mortal Empires stapled together.
Yep.
But we've broken it in such a way that if you want to just play for a few hours on a weekend and tick some stuff off and feel you completed something, you still have the opportunity to. So it's really kind of best approach.
Yeah, I really think the solar system looks really nice visually.
So many questions. A lot of those questions I can see will be answered as we get through them. So to start off, let's reiterate again about the changes to regions. Now it's a little bit more obvious.
Yes.
I believe, Bedson, you're able to move. Is it the optimal thing for you to move here? There's the Land Raider event, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. So each of these kind of sort of triangular shaped things that you can just see highlighted here, that's what we call a district. So that's an area of movement. So that's effectively the space that James's Marines are controlling now. So anyone who tries to enter that who's an enemy, they will have to fight him.
Land Raider.
That's
Confirm new Land Raider model.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to capture the whole region, he'd have to go to the region capital, which is where you can see that nice big building with the icon. So that's effectively your capital settlement. So there's lots of positioning and positional gameplay you can do on the way. It's not like you just jump from capital to capital.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do on the way. So we have a nice kind of mix of granularity and clarity.
Which is something we've seen players talking about they don't want it to just be hopping between settlements and making sure a planet feels big, right?
Yes,
like there's
critical,
space.
Yeah.
Speaking of space, fleet interactions. So we have said there won't be naval battles, as in you're going in and you're playing a little RTS.
Yep.
But there, at least
I wish
for
there
launch,
was.
but there are still ways to interact with the fleet. It's a very important part of the experience.
Yeah, so that kind of interrelation between the fleet and the ground forces.
Imagine if we had like a Battlefleet Gothic
kind of gameplay design,
gameplay and also Total War gameplay in one game.
To this game,
that'd be mega.
So your fleet is able to provide bombardments.
That'd be
able to drop these
next level.
So Space Marines, for example, they can't replenish on the ground, right? You can't just walk up to the local village and turn some people into a Space Marine, right? They have to come from other places. But what you can do is your fleet can drop a little kind of medical supply crate. Your detachment can then walk up to that, pick it up, and then heal that way. So there's a real kind of integral connection, especially for Space Marines, between the fleet and the land gameplay.
And the fleet's going to be about how I'm getting between the planets, I assume?
Yes, of course. So any detachment can call in a transport fleet, and they can fly off. But you will have this kind of big central fleet that acts as the kind of main kind of pivotal point around which those will need to move. Right? Like if you try and send your transport fleets to push past an enemy main fleet, they're not going to last very long.
Yep.
They're going to go crashing down from the surface of the planet. Some of them might
survive,
but it's not going to be a good ending for you.
Fantastic. Well, we're on the second page. A few of the other things. Oh, do you want to talk about what Bedson's popping up?
So James is now looking at the recruitment screen. Space Marine units, like I said, they're very expensive. You should not be recruiting lots of them very frequently. Most of your armies, and I know this is going to be hard for a lot of Total War players to kind of adjust to, should not have 20 units in them. Right, that's not how Space Marines function. You're going to be relying on local allies to kind of fill those gaps. Right, you're going to have to kind of be working with the local Aspiratar and the local planetary defense militias, while you are using these very small elite forces that are extremely powerful but also extremely valuable and vulnerable to being lost.
A couple of questions I just saw of what you were talking about earlier. Can you have multiple fleets? Can you have armies on multiple planets?
You can have armies on multiple planets, yes. So you'll only have one main fleet, but you can have multiple transport fleets. So any detachment can call in a little transport beacon, and then in a couple of turns, a fleet will come pick them up and fly off.
No, I'm not doing that, mate. I'm sending all my guys at one place at one time. I'm conquering worlds with one chapter.
Every single planet at the same time.
If you wanted to, yes. It's probably not the most efficient way to approach the campaign, but you can do that should you so desire. Another fun thing, so I mentioned deployables earlier. So there's a little example of one of them here. There's a little crashed Land Raider in this district. What will happen? Land Raiders, for those who aren't familiar with them, are these super powerful ancient tanks. They aren't something you can just roll off a factory line, right? If one is destroyed, it's a pretty big deal. Fortunately, they're so durable. If you happen to lose one in battle, the wreckage will still be there on the campaign map. You can go there and you can perform a little action to kind of pick it up and get in your army. So James,
I'm doing it. I'm keeping an entire chapter to it.
We've got a Land Raider. We really want to bring in a lot of those kind of on-map interactions back into the game. That again, something we used to have in previous Total Wars, right? In Med 2, you could build a little watchtower or something with your army and it would appear there. And we're bringing back a lot of that kind of stuff as well. So Ashminotaur in particular, as they go around, they'll be building little artillery bastions that will automatically shoot at anyone who enters their zone of influence. They can build a Death Strike missile launcher that can be used to fire missiles to the other side of the planet. Little trench networks and that kind of thing. So there's all kinds of fun little bits and bobs that will now appear on the map you can interact with in a really kind of nice, visual, tangible way.
Are you looking to end turn, Bedson? Go for it. You did spark a thought, and then I saw a message in chat that grabbed my head. So someone was saying,
the
it looks like there's not as many options, and that is because there is a lot of the campaign elements have been stripped out of this for this demo.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, so a lot of systems that you would find in the full game, so like the full building trees, the full
mate, these orcs got a death wish.
They're not visible here, but they are there. The tech trees, for example, because the tech trees extend over the course of the entire Crusade Theatre experience, right?
Oh, he's going to auto-resolve it.
I know a lot of people have been looking at the new Nagash Black Pyramid tech tree that we added into Warhammer 3. That is, just wait until you see the Orc tech tree. It's full, chaotic, massive, sprawling stuff. So there's going to be lots of options. Depending on who you're playing as, you'll have those options in different places. Right? Space Marines aren't really big on building so much on planets, but they do have this whole fleet upgrade system, which is unique to them. So they will have a very kind of intricate way of upgrading their fleets that wouldn't be available to Ashminotaur, but Ashminotaur might have more options of building on the ground. And that kind of thing.
So someone was asking about diplomacy.
He just lost his aggressors for auto-resolving.
Diplomacy is an interesting one, right?
Fool of a toque!
The tagline is, there is only war in the grimdark future of the first millennium. So we are not going to be seeing things like, Space Marines sitting down with orcs to negotiate a peace treaty where they're trading like a jade chicken in return for, the settlement of Yoyang and all that. It's much more tactical in its focus. And much more kind of contextual, right? So even though you might never formally make peace with the orcs, there might be scenarios where both of you are happening to fight the same person who, might be even more evil from the orcs, or anything. In those cases, you might temporarily reinforce each other, even though you're still at war with each other. So for the course of that battle, you won't be fighting each other, but once you're back on the campaign map, you'll be fighting. We've also got a lot of kind of nice tactical options for Space Marines when they interact with Ashminotaur, for example, or planetary governors. Really nice crunchy things like, as a Space Marine, you can walk up to like a planetary militia unit, army, and say, follow me.
Yep.
And they will follow you.
That's
not in their turn, in your turn, they will follow you around, and when you fight a battle, they'll join you in. So you have these kind of really cool tactical options that allow you to manipulate status quo.
That's pretty cool.
Diplomacy.
Yep.
Sorry, go on.
Oh no, you go.
Yeah. Another example here is the governors. You can see in the bottom left.
That's actually what I was just about to ask.
There we go. I knew it. Every planet will have like a slightly quirky governor character who's kind of in charge of that planet. Like all factions, so all factions will react to things you do in the world. So everyone has an attitude towards you. But governors in particular are a little bit capricious. and they don't tend to like it when you mess around on their planet. But they're all got different personalities, right? So you might find a governor who really loves industry. Like, he loves his trains, for example. So if you go on his planet and you start bombing all of his trains and his industrial factories, he's going to get really pissed off at you, and he's not going to want to support you, and he's not going to give you access to some diplomatic actions.
What do we think?
That governor. However,
what are we thinking so far?
Who's a complete psychopath, and he actually loves it when you kill anyone, even his own citizens on his planet. So when you're blowing up his factories, he might be like, "Hey, cool, I love that." So there's always opportunities for kind of like fun, weird storytelling. With
I think I really like the UI setup.
But in line with
it
how
looks
this
clean.
IP works.
Yes.
It looks like it's getting the information across.
Is the attitude log something we can click to show?
Yeah, probably won't be anything in there. No,
he's not done anything yet. But when you do things, that is going to plus or minus with the governor.
The kind of things that you've done, right? So it's a kind of it's quite a fun game of like working out what the governor likes and what they don't like.
Yep.
We also have these edicts, which are
again, it is alpha.
working with more kind of continent level authorities to get things done. We've actually recently changed all the content of these, so these are a bit old. But they would be things like, for example,
focus on local populace,
making sure that all the workers are working extra overtime.
Yep.
And if they refuse, then they go to become servitors or whatever. So you have a little bit more kind of political control, but that's going to be spending that influence resource, which kind of governs your ability to manipulate other factions in the world. If you want to be doing that kind of thing, you need to be keeping the governor happy. You need to be doing things that are diplomatic.
Someone started a question with Mr. Jake, but I think they're talking to you. They're asking just for, as a recap then, what is it like to start a campaign?
It will depend a lot on what campaign you're starting. But that's one of the great things about having these multiple different... I guess Crusade Theatre, I guess is the question. So if we think about trying Crusade Theatre, which is that campaign of campaigns, you would have a campaign which you start in. Every faction has a starting campaign. And you just go straight into that. So this is something like this is very much like the first thing you would see after choosing your faction or building your custom faction. You go straight into your first campaign. When you finish that, that's when you kind of zoom out to the Crusade Theatre.
Mate, this guy's got 3 repulsors.
Like a sort of node map.
Mate, this guy's gone for the meta spam. He's got 3 repulsor cruisers. He's got 3 repulsors and a Land Raider.
Through those, on your journey.
He's going full on meta spam.
I will have a follow-up question for you on that. But before I
imagine a full tank army
asking about
in this game,
other features of
tank army,
co-op campaign, multiplayer battles. We're not going to talk about those at the moment, but we will talk about those. There's still a lot of tech being worked out in the background. We will come back and we will have those discussions. I don't want you to feel like we're ignoring you. I do see it. We just don't have anything at the moment to be able to give solid information about the infrastructure and systems there.
There's another Space Marine feature on the screen here I could talk about.
Go for it.
So if... Benson was already moving in the right direction. It's what he knew. So one of the things about the Space Marines, right, that's really interesting about the IP and story about them is that while they are like the heroes of the Imperium in some ways, everyone is also absolutely terrified of them. Am I allowed to swear on this stream?
If you say it, I can't stop you. So.
Okay, I was going to say, well, everyone's shit scared of them because of a little thing that happened 10,000 years ago called the Horus Heresy.
Yep.
So you are...
What's that?
Well, how long have we got? They are constantly juggling between this tension between, like, I am here to, kill Xenos and save the Imperium, but also this like sclerotic, awful.
I would argue that most people in Warhammer 40,000 don't know of the Horus Heresy.
If I do the things to get those resources,
because it kind of got
the territory,
wiped by the Inquisition.
Inquisitor back on Terra, he's going to get a little pissy.
More of the higher ups will know about it, of course. The Inquisition, of course. Some governors and stuff like that. But the general populace,
naughty, like holding too many territories,
they don't know any Primarchs fell to chaos.
Things that you're meant to do, right? When you kill Xenos good. So if you're, but the more famous you become and the more renowned you become, the more eyes are on you.
Heresy Total War is also happening. I wouldn't be surprised, mate.
They've got the best Space Marine.
They've got the base product now to make it.
Victories, but as many chapters have encountered throughout their history, that just means that the Inquisition are more suspicious of you because they're more worried that you might do something wrong.
Yep.
So we're really keen to explore that kind of tension at the heart of the Imperium. Right? Like the Imperium are not good. They're not the good guys, right? Like this is the nightmare regime that you're working for, and you're really having to kind of balance that against,
are we going to get like Lionel Johnson
where the morally
in this game? Gilliman,
not murder civilians, might be seen as deeply suspicious. So there'll be all kinds of fun scenarios to kind of come from that.
It depends on if they were suspicious civilians, I guess.
Who says they're suspicious, right?
The question I had for you was the move to a theatre system, and so campaigns contained within the theatre. What is it that's solving?
Two things really.
That'd be pretty cool.
So we have seen. I think most people who play Total War will realise is that the best part of any Total War campaign is the first 20-30 turns, right? I think that's almost universally accepted, right? Because that's where it's a bit more of a curated experience. You're not snowballing, and we really wanted to find a way to make the game feel big and sprawling and interconnected, and support multiple successive campaigns, without having to make that into one just big never-ending thing, right? But it's imagine it's people, we see this all the time in Warhammer, right? People go and they play 100 Carl Franz campaigns, and the dream of this is every Carl Franz campaign you play isn't just thrown away at the end, right? It feeds into your next Carl Franz campaign, so
what
it feels
the fuck is that?
A big ongoing journey.
Yeah.
What is that?
I guess the equivalent is you play a Carl Franz campaign, and the first campaign is you're in the old world, right?
What
and
is
then
it?
You
I've never seen
it,
that thing
well
before in
done,
my
you
life.
conquered the old world, and then instead of that kind of ending there, or that being your experience, when you start the next Carl Franz campaign, you're not in the old world again. You're in the new world, or in Lustria, right? So it's you're taking that army and you're an invading force somewhere else.
Yes, and you get that nice reset, which helps keep the difficulty curve.
They said the Imperium's not the good guys. The Imperium are the good guys.
The game varies.
Who's the good guys? Then the Orcs.
Systems will be very
Not on my
different,
watch.
Objectives, different enemies to fight.
Not on my watch.
To kind of have this long-going narrative where you might play, 600 turns across Crusade Theatre. But we can kind of keep it fresh, keep injecting new stuff, keep the gameplay engaging.
Necron are the good guys, get out.
Run out of control. So it's a really exciting way to kind of, I think, capture. I think sometimes, some of us, I'm getting old now. I like to be able to complete a campaign in an afternoon, right? And this allows me to do that with a smaller campaign, for example, but still not feel like that is kind of wasted or thrown away when I'm done with that.
To scoop up a couple of little things that people have grabbed from me from chat. Questions about resizing the UI. I believe there will be a lot of kind of those accessibility and rescaling options. Not in this demo. The point of it is it's kind of plug and play. But that's something that we'd look into.
I think it looks nice.
How big is this planet relative to other planets?
So it depends what you mean by big. In terms of actual physical size of the orb, I think this is a medium-sized planet, so it's not the biggest one we have. In terms of actual number of regions on it, it's very stripped back.
Yep.
Like I said, I think the average planet, a large planet, would have around 3 continents on it. Each of those would have about 5 to 7 regions. A region is split into about 5-ish districts.
Yep.
I wonder if
so you're talking about
Had they mentioned when you start a game, are all these regions just randomly generated, what planets you get there or not?
I have just looked at the time. We are at 4:30 and we have so much to go through.
God, okay.
So a little bit of a speed run on resources. What resources am I using here as Space Marines?
So Space Marines, your core resources are requisition, and that's what you would use to recruit new units, to upkeep new units, to build buildings, to build fleet upgrades, and influence, which is a kind of your local political resource that you would use to like I said, get the governor to do things for you, maybe to recruit some allied units from a friend National Mataran faction, that kind of stuff. So those are kind of big faction level ones. But there's resources everywhere in this game, right? Like, James, if you select a region on the map, you'll see that this region has
I think it'd be cool having Primarch show up as well. The line is popping up on a planet and helping you, and
so
fucking off.
Population of the region. So we are actually modelling, each region has a population count. That will go up and down. If you bombard it, they'll die. If you blow up the planet, they'll all die. And that in turn will feed into the amount of resource that produces for you.
Did you just bombard that region?
I haven't actually checked with the UI updates now. You might have to click off it and try again.
Oh, that's cool. Look, you can see all the craters and stuff from that bombardment on the map. That's pretty nice.
But it will update. That's really cool then. So we've spoken about population edicts, Space Marine mechanics, resources, governor interactions, events on the regions, unit recruitment. Units don't need a general.
Oh yeah. We thought we mentioned it. This is another case of us kind of going back to our sort of past in some ways and trying to pull the best of all worlds of Total War. Yeah, you can freely split your armies, you can merge your armies. And that works really nicely with this slightly coarser movement set, because you can do things like, if you've got a
this guy's got 2 armies.
Wide, right,
just split his army into 2.
Reinforce each other, you can defend both points, right? You don't have to try and awkwardly position the zones of control just in the right place. So in a lot of ways, even though there's less places to stand, there's actually, I think, a lot more interesting tactical decisions that you're making, which I think is really important.
And it helps the AI to interact with those systems, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have got just a few more campaign things to say, and then we'll go into the second battle. Right,
yeah,
campaign. We've spoken about that. Victory conditions.
So they will be quite campaign specific. So depending on the campaign, you might be trying to kill a specific orc war boss. You might be trying to hunt down a renegade Imperial Guard commander.
Mm-hmm.
You might be trying to, capture some specific factories, something like that. So it's very specific to the campaign and to the faction as well, right?
Yep.
Eldari are not going to be pursuing the same goals. Eldari
Bobby, you're
goals
wrong, mate.
are
Pyramid
weird
good
and
guys.
comprehensible to
Get
mortal
good.
beings. So you'll see a lot of variety in what you're trying to achieve in each individual campaign, and even planet to planet, there'll be a lot of variety.
But as always, the goal of them is there's a kind of general objective for you to be able to do it. I believe.
As if you start. Where have you been,
beyond
Dawn?
that if you want to take off the whole system.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, okay. Sorry about that. I
It's
misunderstood.
not handhold.
Dawn, mate, you're 10 members. You're like,
decide how you want
listen,
to
I don't
achieve
make the
that
rules.
goal. And we're going to support all kinds of, when you combine traits and tech trees. And all
Dawn,
of
if you
that,
give
there's
10
gonna be
memberships,
many,
you can bring your Centurions next time we game.
Detachment composition.
I don't think there's any
effects.
Eldar being shown off today,
this
mate.
is a little one. This is an idea we nicked from our colleagues over on Warhammer DLC from the Gorfang Rockgut DLC. You get nice little effect. Basically, depending on who's in your detachment, you will get passive effects that do different things. So one of my favourite ones is that if you're playing as one of the orc features is you run around and you collect scrap piles, and if you have you have a Gretchen unit, and Gretchen are generally a terrible unit.
I've been really quiet here, mate. I have, mate. I'm listening. I'm listening to what they're saying. It's
army
interesting.
Now has some Gretchen who they can send to pick up scrap. So as you go collect scrap, you donate more scrap. So your choice of units in the army has kind of campaign consequences in a really nice way. So sometimes it will be ability, right, that you unlock. So a lot of the Space Marine doctrines you will unlock by having a certain combination of units in your army, and again, it adds that kind of tactical element of how you combine your armies.
I will say, you didn't mean Gorfang Rockgut. That wasn't one of the DLCs. That's not Will confirming a DLC, I promise.
Oh, sorry. Who was it? What's his name?
Is it the Orc?
Yeah, the Orc guy.
Which one?
The most recent Orc one.
From Omens.
Oh, Gorbad Ironclaw. That's his name. Yeah, sorry.
There was no. We're not making up a new Orc. I'm confirming that as a DLC. Fantastic. So we've got detachable compositions, character skills.
Yes. So we will have characters will have skills. They have skill trees. They have traits. Those won't be visible in this build, but
there we go.
Yeah, it's a little less. There's a little less focus on characters versus some previous from Warhammer. So these aren't going to be skill trees where you have like 30 skills where you have incremental skill points.
Seriously, dude, I'd just say start small.
Choices. There's also a
Start
really
small,
cool thing
mate.
that we've
Don't
got in.
go out and buy a bunch of
So we
stuff.
talked about the concept of followers, which is again is something we had as a previous game like Medieval. But these are not just like a UI icon that you put on your character. If you have a flash kit follower as an orc and you put him in your warlord's bodyguard, he's going to be there in battle.
You see that at the top?
Right?
There's a bunch of traitor guard that popped up then.
Your chapter master's bodyguard.
At the top up here, look, when he does this, watch up here. Look, traitor guard,
and that's been really important from the dynamic cutscenes and from you saying events on the map. It is about when you've done something, you've added someone to your squad. It's about seeing that reflected, right?
It's not just a game about menus and numbers. Right?
Mate, this guy's just built an army of repulsors.
We have
He's building an army of tanks here, this lad.
And then we will let Bedson play this battle. Unit specialization and upgrades.
Yes, so Big Club Tabletop is how you kit out your units. Space
He's got like 5 repulsors.
Options, Stalker bolt rifles. And again, not in this build, but you will be able to, on a per unit basis, customize exactly what weapons that they have.
Yep.
And those will unlock based on their
What to, mate? He's got 5 repulsors in his armor.
To upgrade into a whole new unit.
What is this guy doing?
A regular intercessor, they get really skilled. They can become a Stern Guard veteran, and then they'll have even more kind of cool weapon options, right? So you have really fine nitty-gritty control of exactly how all of your units are equipped. My favourite is the Death Dread because
a player like Valrak, mate. If you're telling me I could have 5 repulsor tanks and an armor.
Okay, the last question we have is, are there different planet regions?
Yes, so each of these kind of regions, that's the larger group of districts that you can see here, has a kind of a theme and a purpose to it. One thing that's really important about this IP is that, it's not... A lot of the infrastructure here has been here for 10,000 years. Right? No
Dreadnought armor.
Building a new hive city.
Even in death, I still serve. Nightwing, mate, thanks for the gifted membership.
There's a Voidcraft Disruptor
everyone who's gifted a member, anyone who's a green name, remember, please stay towards the end of the stream. I'm giving away this game at the end of tonight's stream. So if you've gifted a membership, if you've got a green name, please stay in chat towards the end.
Cool.
Because we're doing the giveaway.
Let's go into the battle. There may be some more campaign stuff we pick up, but we have 2 working mics now, hopefully. So
here we go. Get in the battle.
We can all talk at once. There was a question of what factions there will be at launch.
So we have our 4 playable factions.
All the repulsor tanks.
Eldari, Orcs, and Ashmatara. Each of those will have 2 playable.
When's it coming out,
sub-factions,
mate?
which are
They
the
announced the
raw
reveal.
faction.
The
So
release
that
date
comes with
is
special
next
traits,
year.
there are
Sorry, just burped.
characters,
Next year
things,
is the
etc.
reveal date.
But for each of those, you'll also be able to build.
Is the
many
release
thousands
date,
of
not reveal date? Is the release date is next year, 2027. They've
Has
confirmed
our
it.
capture card gone down? Oh, let me put us on main camera. Oh no, it was. It's rebooted itself. Hold on, we're back. Thank you, Will.
How do you get a
I
green
will say
name?
it's
Exclamation mark member
I've been
in
having a
chat.
blast customizing the factions where I can. I think
Doesn't
a lot of people
GW
are
give you
going
enough at the back end?
Do you think a lot of people are
Give
going to immediately
something
jump
away
in,
for
make their
non-members?
first Space
Tails,
Marine
mate, I
custom
can't.
chapter
The members
as
are the
their
ones
first
that pay for the
experience, or would
giveaways.
you expect them to come in
we
as...
kind of want to support both, right? Because we have 2 kinds of
Brand,
players.
thank
some
you.
people just want to get straight into the action. They just want to be like, I'm boring.
Oh, here we go.
I'm biased because I don't like Ultramarines. But you can say, I'm boring on Ultramarines. You can do that.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, I'm cool. I'm going to make my pink Marines called the Space
Yeah.
Marines.
Wait, did someone just blow up then?
So, yeah, we really want to support both options, right? Like, customization is huge. But we do know, especially from the Warhammer trilogy, that
It's
people
lagging a
like
bit.
having these kind of big names who they can play as well. So we're
Yeah.
really trying to support both options.
And you can see there in the, I think our capture card is just about recovered. You can see in there the custom faction in that was their colours. That was Bedson's colours that he'd chosen in that cutscene.
Yeah.
And there's we got that Land Raider we rescued.
Yeah, that's the Land Raider rescue,
Yeah. And a lot of other tanks. Like
Looks
he's
nice.
Clearly trying to match
He
Mercy the
has-
Match
yeah,
tank
we saw
numbers.
that.
Mate, look at all the
this guy,
ripples. It's like, this guy's a fucking cheese guy.
There's an absolutely devastating amount of firepower.
He wants to make sure he really doesn't lose this battle. Okay, feel free to get started. So one of the burning questions is we have a Land Raider in there, but people have spotted there's no such thing as a transport capacity yet.
Yeah.
Is there a transport ability?
Not for release. It's definitely something that we're keen to look into.
Ooh, that's a bit naughty.
so
Wait, you
we'll
can't
see.
put guys in a Land Raider?
Because, I've seen some of the discussions about it. We know it's something that people would see and that they definitely want. My understanding is the discussion is to make sure the technology to do it right is there. That's why that decision's been made, rather than rushing in with a system that kind of would half work. We want to do something that actually feels good for transports.
Yeah, and there's also the secondary part, which any feature that we do, we want to ensure that the AI can also use it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And like transports are such a central mechanic for how you can operate on a battlefield.
fuck
what
that
are
building.
the tactical choices? So, if we do transports, we want to ensure that the AI is also capable of using them.
Yeah. And we're planning to support this game for a long time.
Yep.
Right? Like we'll be constantly adding new features, and certainly, like, say if your favourite faction happens to be heavily reliant on transports, I think you can probably suspect that we would have them in game before that happened.
What are they doing here?
And in the meantime, like units that are transports, we're trying to ensure that they're also relevant combat units.
Yep.
Which they often are. And like, the transports you've seen are generally a bit more combat capable as well.
Yeah. And we do have things like drop pods, and I think some units can be dropped by Valkyries. Is that something we kept?
Still can't hear the
so
other
you
guy.
will
This
see kind
company
of
is.
transport
Don't
light
worry, the
things,
modders
but they're
will
not
once
gonna hang
again
around
save
the
their
back of
asses,
the
says
Valkyries,
Mike.
fly in and drop their units off and then fly away.
Again, I don't really play
Hoping they're
CA
gonna go for that
games.
bridge, aren't you? So some things people have seen there. We spoke in the last stream about the Astra Militarum's in-battle abilities.
What was that? Just
The
blew up
Space
there.
Marines have their own, Bedson, if you're willing to mouse over them.
Yes, so we have three doctrines. So you have the tactical doctrine, which basically gives you a burst of speed, bit of accuracy. Main reason for this is basically if you need to move, for example, if you need to strafe away from an incoming horde,
Mate,
get to
do
a key
a
position
bombardment
fast.
on that
good
bridge
for
now.
that.
You'll wipe them
And
all
you can
out.
basically activate in an
Bring
area
it down,
to
mate.
gain that bonus where you most need it. Devastator basically maximizes your firepower,
There he is, told
helps you
you.
punch through armor.
Knew it. That's what I
just
said.
kind of, really kind of help your gun line punch through where it's needed. And finally, you've got the assault
Too late,
doctrine,
that
which is
first
like
horde
when
went
you
right out.
need some good melee
Too late.
output.
Yeah,
It's
too
there
late.
for you. So
Again, kind of mimicking the tabletop,
yeah,
right?
like if you have your Terminators punching somewhere or your Assault Intercessors, go for Assault. It's gonna help you shine.
Yeah, and again, the reason that Bedson has these unlocked is because he's built a balanced army with, some shooting units, some melee units, and that's how you're going to get access to these various doctrine abilities. in
Yeah,
campaign.
you can see the Orc Milkshake in action as well. It's traveling in a slightly,
They really hated that building.
yeah, it really hates that building and it hates a couple of orcs that have been chucked away. But well aimed. This vortex is incredibly powerful.
So that was an ability from the librarian, our favourite space wizard.
And one thing, so that's one thing we didn't have in the Astra
There's a battle wagon behind everyone
if you're able to click the librarian, and that is abilities. Did you find them in the battlefield?
There's the librarian. The librarian's in there.
That is them having their own abilities outside of just Space Marine abilities, right?
There's
They are
what?
unit abilities.
Yeah, we've tried to keep unit
Mate,
abilities.
put a strike
quite-
down
quite
there.
minimal.
Look at all that.
Like,
That's a
in the
target-rich
end, like,
environment.
We want to focus on the action, and we kind of want to
Good
ensure
thing
that
the battle wagon is
the
empty.
game
I
is
know,
more,
right? There's
more
nothing
about
in there.
tactics than just like micromanaging
There,
every
mate,
ability
this
that you have.
guy's reading my mind.
You know, say he
Is
hits
this
the
guy
combat
watching the
buff
Valrak
button to
live
give
stream
you
in the corner?
20% more attack
He is,
for this
isn't there?
unit, and then wait on a cooldown.
There was a question there of why,
Here comes
why
the
was there
Stomper.
Imperial Guard in the middle of the battlefield when we started it?
So basically, we have ambient units. These are like units. There's constant war on these planets, and like you know, there's always going to be local forces already kind of joining in on the fight. It just really helps kind of set the mood and set the scene for this vast conflicts.
Drive
And it
through
helps
this
with the scale of
fucking
like,
barricade
people in your
here.
army is basically
Smash through it.
like
In the name of the
hundreds
Emperor, we have come.
You know, any battle you're fighting, there's going to be like a few hundred Aspen at a time, a few hundred orcs running around, or you know whoever the other side might be.
Yeah.
So
And here we see one of the kind of
it's
cool
lagging
abilities
again.
of like really heavy vehicles like Bane Blades, Land Raiders, or Stompa, where there are certain buildings that they can just smash through.
Yep. And the Bedson's setting up a perfect ambush there.
Yeah, he's gonna.
just kind of Kool-Aiding his way through all the buildings.
Yeah.
So one of the things we didn't get to talk about last time.
Again,
which was
what I
very
will say,
shooting
this is
focused,
alpha.
was melee combat.
So I'm gonna give
we did have a lot
them,
of questions about
you
it
know,
though. So I was wondering if you could give
I'm
us a
going to
little
give
bit
them
of a
some
breakdown
space
of
to
how melee
breathe.
combat
If
works
this was
here.
launch,
Maybe
I'd be a
in
bit
how it's
concerned
different
with
to
how
other
it's
Total War
lagging a
titles
bit.
or what's been improved.
So kind of like again, the key part
Hey, the
that we've kind of
Dreadnought's about to go
focused
down.
on
You're
is
about
like
to
how
lose
do we
Dreadnought,
sell the fantasy?
Oh
How
shit,
do we
Terminator
make
just arrived.
melee combat kind of look like it belongs in the world? Like some of the key area that we've really looked into is just fluidity.
Oh, it's the capture card? Okay.
fluidity of combat. So like how frequently do entities attack, for example? Like you can't do a Space Marine where every 4 seconds a Space Marine
Nothing
will
yet,
attack.
CJ.
Yeah, that just doesn't sell the fantasy. So we've kind of gone.
Mate,
well,
that Land Raider's just sat there. There we go.
Space
There we
Marine
go.
should probably
Turn it
try
into
to
it.
attack
Turn it
as
into it.
frequently
Turn
as
it into it.
possible.
Fire, 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 fire,
and that's
fire.
kind of the approach
Bring
we've
it
taken
down,
with them.
bring it down,
So-
bring it down.
There are times where Space Marine will take a break.
Bring that
from
Stomper down.
attacking, but that might just be a break to shoot.
To get the pistol ready.
Yeah, or just like to find a new thing to punch. And we basically spend quite a bit of time.
The
just
Stomper's
kinda
going down, mate. Look at the
trying to
beating.
figure out like how do entities make
Stomper
movement
is
decisions
going
in
down.
combat. Like how can they maneuver to get to do what they need to do?
Yeah.
So for example, like Space Marines, if they start getting
Oh,
kind
shit,
of
we got it.
surrounded, they'll try to kind of huddle up together towards like kind of forming
Holy shit,
this
it's like a
fighting
nuclear
circle,
bomb going off.
where basically they're kind of protecting each other's backs. Space Marines can be flanked. They generally they take less of a
I'll be
debuff
honest with you.
if they get basically
I think
flanked.
Space Marines look very
they're
powerful
armored
in this
around.
game.
They're armored more around it. I think they just have
Which you
better
could argue they should
awareness
be.
to begin with, and they're pretty much always
Well, I'm
surrounded.
going to say, mate, there was at least 3,000 orcs
They're
there.
used to it.
Yeah, and then
And
for example,
they didn't even
we have
manage to
other
touch the
entities.
Marines.
We kind of have like this threat system running underneath, or in the melee combat itself, where entities will basically try to like figure out, well, is this thing threatening to me?
Yep.
So, for example, like a Space Marine might not stand back from an Orc boy, but they might stand back from a Stompa.
Oh yeah.
And in the same way, like a trooper, like a Astramil trooper, might not be. Well,
They're not going to step back from.
well, they're gonna probably
Fucking-
not Gretchen, but they, for example, like boys, will be more threatening towards a trooper.
Yeah.
And they'll, try to like they don't want to withdraw from combat.
Yeah.
Like it's their place. They know what they want to do, whereas a trooper might, or
Fuck
like
your
a
boy Marines.
might step away from Space Marine and be like,
dive?
okay, actually,
Yeah.
this is still a bit scary. Like I'm aggressive, I want to punch them, but this
Oh,
Space
shit,
Marine
Tim
just keeps
Curry's
killing,
died. Holy
killing my
shit, man.
friends.
I just got distracted by
Man, Dolly Parton yesterday, Tim
that's
Curry
really
today. Holy
exciting.
shit,
Yeah.
what a wild week.
Really disliked that one orc. All right, fantastic.
No,
Getting
this is
that
not
there.
tutorial. This is like a look at the campaign.
I will say the. Well, obviously we are still working on optimization.
lost 44
Genuinely, that is our
Marines.
capture card dying in
That's
the background
bad.
there. It's been going for a few years, and I think it's time for us to get a new one. Right, we're going to load back. I think we've got one more battle that we can play through, but we we'll play through that battle and we'll just take some questions. So there's nothing more for us. So we'll see if there's stuff that people can bring up, and that hopefully we'll be able to answer.
The battle challenge.
So if you guys have questions based on anything you've heard, so we've got campaign to talk about, we've got battle to talk about. Otherwise, even if there are things we've already answered, we can go back over if needed. But otherwise, we will have Bedson whiz through this final battle, and then we will start to wrap things up.
Yeah, mate, the orcs just blobbed and got ripped apart by like.
Who are your favourite factions in Warhammer 40,000? Not in Total War.
Oh, I'm an Agnek.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love my little robots guitar.
Put the microphone to your mouth, mate. Put the microphone to your mouth. I can't hear you.
But never say never.
Yeah, for me it's Astra Miltarm.
You're very happy then.
More of the, well, not quite. My army is Deathcore, so.
Oh shit!
Still waiting.
Oh, the Ultramarines are. It looks like.
You'll see in this battle that in the first battle Bedson was fighting, his librarian was in Tacticus armor. This time he's in Terminator armor, so he's a lot more of a chunky lad. When I played this battle with my colleague Dave in the past, we've started calling him Dumble War.
Oh yeah.
Or occasionally Gundalf. We can't decide which we prefer.
Mate, do not mix the IPs. Total War, fucking Games Workshop will flay you alive. They'll send in the fucking.
From a little Tacticus armored.
They'll send in Conrad Curse.
I don't say nobody because he can blow you up with his brain.
Yeah.
Do not mention other IPs in their IP. Get him, God!
Can they die?
They can die. Yes. So apart from your faction leader, every character can die permanently. They have a wound system, which means they'll be a little bit resilient. They have to kill them a few times. And of course, for Space Marines, you know, it wouldn't be Space Marines if you couldn't take the mushed up, almost corpse of a Space Marine and shove it in a big metal tin can.
Oh my God! God, get behind some cover at least, God!
Mechanic where
what are you doing?
If your character has died, they might continue to serve the Emperor.
Get behind the barricades at least.
Chunkier form.
And when that dreadnought's blown up, we'll put that in a bigger dreadnought. Be like one of those Russian nesting dolls by the end.
Yeah, so even so dreadnoughts and actually land raiders as well, like we're treating them almost like characters as well. Like these are super rare, super powerful, ancient creations that are really valuable. So yeah, I think while you probably can theoretically get a 20 stack of dreadnoughts.
Holy shit, there's so much coming down. Oh, he's bringing drop pods down. No, bring the drop pods in after they've committed to the lines. That's what I would do.
Even a 20
bring the drop pods on the armies.
In total, right, is actually quite a rare sight.
Yeah. So I will ask you that question in a second, because someone was asking.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good, Big Jacket.
A deep level of customization, and yes, they will. What was the last thing you said?
Dreadnoughts. 26 dreadnoughts.
There we go. So I think it was a conversation on Reddit of how are we stopping doom stacking in this? You know, what will stop me from just getting 20 dreadnoughts turn 10?
Yeah, so a lot of it will be just how we regulate the economy, and you know the dreadnoughts.
Oh god, the battle wagon's coming.
To get a dreadnought, you have to there's a capacity limit on them, which you have to kind of upgrade over time.
The battle wagon just ran over all these marines.
Units, for example, will primarily only be available via upgrades for other units, right? So you kind of borrowed from.
Mate, put a strike down. There we go, mate. He was doing it.
You know,
he read my mind.
Mate,
that is perfect.
Squad, right, there might be some very late game options to recruit those directly, but most of the time you have to rank up an intercessor, make them into a veteran, upgrade them again, so they feel like really valuable over time. Obviously, other factions won't have so many problems getting units. You know, it's you actually probably end up
drop
with more
pods going down. Who are out of it
in your campaign? But they you've got them, so you might as well make use of them by throwing them in as meat shields and using their teeth to buy better units.
Yep.
Bring the Terminators down. Here we go.
There's questions there about sync kills. If sync kills made a return.
Yeah, I mean they're there in small portions.
That's pretty cool. You see the Terminator.
I remember
the beacon coming down.
Discussion on one of our streams.
Looking good so far. Game right. Can I use some of your footage
of sync kills
to make a
when it
video?
comes to them balancing factions, of like the length of a sync kill and how invulnerable they are during
Chat, should Game Right let me use footage so I can make a video?
The cinematic
or not?
And having reliable units where if you ask them to pull back, they're not stuck in a 10-second animation.
Yeah, and it's very much about, like, again, for us, sync kills are a way of selling connection.
Yeah.
But use them too much,
all
they become
I've done for this
very
guy,
repetitive,
right?
unless you've built
the least
like,
you can do is let me use
pool
footage
of sync kills, which is incredibly expensive. So, you know, I think we have a lot of faith in, like, we can sell most of the connection just through doing asynchronous combat really well and ensuring that there's good reactions, there's a feeling of impact. and that's like our main focus because like asynchronous combat plays better for the game that we're trying to make.
Sync kills, did I miss
but
a sync
there is
kill?
a place for like the spectacle of a sync kill.
It's finding that balance, and I think there was a discussion of like,
mate, get this battle wagon out of here.
Ragdolling.
Oh,
I guess
even
when
heard the battle wagon that
like it's more physics-based responses
mate,
to things.
This guy's absolutely
we saw it in
lost everything with
the
his
Land
Marines.
Raider kind of veering on one side as it was going over an obstacle. Right, that wasn't an animation; that was a dynamic response.
So that would be like the physics-based impulses that, for example, vehicles have.
Yeah.
We don't use ragdolling for basically knocked flying of infantry, for example.
Yep.
That is still kind of more of a game logic driven, like speed calculation or velocity calculation of like they're going in this direction, they're going to lose this amount of speed due to air resistance.
So much fancier thing than me just saying ragdolling.
Well, ragdolling is a very specific technological term.
I feel like I've treaded on a landmine.
If you give an orc and all his bits go flying off in different directions, like, that's not candling. That's kind of all a bit sort of dynamic. And the vehicle tech stuff is really cool. Like if you take a ramp at enough speed, with
that Death Dread just went down. No, sorry, it's not down yet. It's going down.
Just like in tabletop.
Now it's down.
It kind of rocks back and stuff, and a lot of that.
Reform the line! Oh shit, we got a stomper coming in, mate. Mate, this guy's done.
The destruction of the
this guy is absolutely done.
All of the building destruction, that's driven by physics.
He's letting himself be overwhelmed.
These kind of really cool emergent situations. So the orcs have a unit, Storm Boy, which is an orc with a big rocket strapped to his back, and it's not the most reliable unit in the world.
Get me on this game.
So sometimes when it dies,
give me the game, CA.
Yep.
And it can crash into a
I will
building.
show you how it's done, how a Space Marine player plays.
Other Storm Boys who can then explode and then fly into something else. So it really allows these kind of really cool emergent storytelling moments to be super exciting.
Oh, this is very important for Bedson that this goes off, because he is getting relatively overwhelmed. So this is quite an important strike. Oh, there we go. Has that saved you?
I don't think it has.
The question is, do you still have reinforcements?
He has a few. And you don't have any? He's got one.
The trump card.
Will the AI be playing differently, I guess, on battle?
Mate, look how much damage that's
like
doing.
Eldari?
Bring that Stomper to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down!
Approach the battle differently.
Stomper gone.
Use different formations. Obviously, like, the units that you
have.
have.
Oh shit, is that going to blow up and destroy the Dreadnought? It did!
You're gonna do. Like, the orcs here are generally mostly melee units.
Yep.
Their army is very melee focused. It makes sense for them to try to come at you. But obviously, like something like an Eldari will take a very
that beam thing completely eradicated that
I think
Stomper.
Bedson's trying to offensively use some of his drop pods now, which is a fantastic way to use
Yeah, he should.
Oh, he's teleported in.
I mean, that's still a fine move because, those Terminators in that combat, there's nothing to really hurt them, so...
I think I just saw a Storm Boy flying off there.
Rest in peace, Space Bears, someone said. It's alright, the Space Bears were successful. This is back to the not Ultramarines.
Yeah, so long as you kill enough orcs as you die, it's fine. That's your job, live and die for the Emperor.
There is a question of, is it the intent that the custom faction will be represented on the unit cards?
In some way, yes. I think we're still...
Mate, if I was to play this, I want to ask you guys a question. When I do my campaign and I do it on the channel, do I start with the Imperial Fist, or do I do my custom chapter that I'm thinking of doing, the Void Crusaders?
Orc faction, who's all about...
I think I'm going to start with Imperial
Fist. They will
Fists.
be recruiting lots of flash
I think we have to start as Sons of Dawn.
If you're fighting against kind of a goth-themed melee faction, they'll be using lots of...
And then we do the co-op campaign that I plan to do.
See very different army compositions based on its personalities, which
as the Void Crusaders.
Feeling alive and exciting.
Fantastic. I got a bit lost watching it there and forgetting that also I was meant to be grabbing questions for you. Would there be any chance that if you made a custom faction, you would end up facing them in your own campaign as a different faction?
Do you know what? I think he may have pulled his back.
I'm really throwing questions at you now that I don't know the answer to, so good luck.
So
I think he may have pulled his back now.
There is some stuff that we were trying to do with in terms of bringing in your friends' custom factions into your campaigns. I don't quite know where we've settled with that, whether that's something we do for launch, but there are definitely lots of really cool opportunities for that kind of stuff that we can kind of bring in. Yeah, watch this space.
Go on, Dreadnought. I wish he focused on like some of like the close quarter battles and stuff.
I know.
It does look like Bedson stabilized it.
It's not in this build,
mate, the teleport homers are pretty
If
neat.
you drive a tank across those corpses, they'll kind of pop out.
Beep, beep, beep.
Splatters.
And then takes them down.
He's done it, well done. Fantastic. I was going to call out at the start that we all call him different things.
He
James
lost
or
an
Benson,
entire company.
But it's not a term of, hierarchy. It's because we've known him for 9 years. Awesome. Then I think that is our last battle. Well done, Benson, for prevailing. Space Bears prevail, as the chat say. Perfectly planned to look close. Fantastic. Then
Shameful display.
We've run through everything we have here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a bit more of an exploration around some of the intent that we have for our campaign, both within and without the build. So talking about some of the stuff that you'll be able to see perhaps in closed beta.
Crusaders of the Void, no, Void Crusaders, I prefer that.
Or beyond that to launch. But we will have news on closed beta soon for those of you who are looking for it. And you can expect Total War Warhammer 40,000 to be coming out in 2027. If you're there at Gamescom, you're probably not watching the stream, but go give it a go and let us know what you think. But
Can I go and give it a go?
If you haven't signed up for the closed beta,
100 members, I fly to Germany tonight.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to our fabulous guests.
Well.
May not be the last we see of you guys. It is annoying that we ended up swapping seats. So thank you, Will, and thank you, Oscar, for joining us.
Let's do this giveaway.
We'll let you know when our next Alpha Strike is. I don't think it will be super far off, and that will probably be covering some of the closed beta. But other than that, we will see you next week for, I believe it will be our Glotkin stream. So I'll be starting up the save for that today. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much for the questions, and we'll get back to you next week.
Right, green names, type in chat, please. Green names, please type in chat. Let me get you added to this list, and we'll go from here. Green names, please type in chat. Green names, type in the chat. Grey names, you're not involved. You have to be green to join. Look, wrong user level. Wrong user level, Rex Smith. Bobby, wrong user level. Big Jacket's got the idea, he's a green name. Vivid's got the idea, he's a green name. Grey names. Shameful. 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 Right, let me get the wheel up. Let me get the wheel up. And let me add this down. Right, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, copy everyone over. And I am doing the truffle shuffle. The truffle shuffle, and we are away. People asking how I felt about the game. I kind of want to do a full video dedicated to it, but overall, it looks good. It looks nice. I'm enjoying what I see so far. Definitely. I know it's in alpha. I know there's a lot of things going on. But what we've got now is looking good. Hopefully they can build on it and make it even better. Yeah, it's got a ton of potential. It's got a ton of potential. Right. More potential than grey names, anything. Tiwa 1820. Is he in chat? Tiwa 1820. That is definitely a bot name. Tiwa 1820. There he is. He's in chat. Mate, it's funny because these people who win are like been with the channel for like months and months and months. But even though they win, everyone will call them a bot. Because they're all bastards. T, mate, come over to my Discord and send me a message and we'll get you sorted out, okay? Everyone else, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'll be back hopefully later on tonight with another live stream, Walking Wednesday, of course. And I'll see you all there. Much love. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. And bye-bye. Lord Vaughan, can you send me that? if you could, Vaughn. I'd appreciate it if you could, mate. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, brother. Send it me over in Discord. Don't call people bots. I'll call everyone I want a bot. You're all bots. You're all robots. Right. See you in a bit, gentlemen. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself. If I don't see you, have a good time. Much love. And